Hey everybody. Hope everybody has had a good trying to change my layout here. Hope everybody's had a good couple of weeks since the last time I had a live stream. I apologize for that, but between the snow and being sick with this stupid head cold crud, whatever it is that apparently is going around, this is the first day I've felt a little bit human. But I'm glad. I hope everybody is doing okay, staying warm. If anybody is listening out the California way, thoughts, prayers, and good vibes, absolutely. For that whole horrible situation that's going on in California right now. And yeah, no matter where you're at, whatever you've got going on, I hope everybody is doing well. This is our missing person Monday live stream, a day late. I said I didn't have anything ready, and I was going to try to get it ready this weekend to do it, on our normal Monday night, but just didn't work out. So here we are tonight, but I'm glad to see everybody here. And for anybody that may be new here, I usually am on camera during my live streams, but I'm not feeling up to it. So you just got my voice. Hopefully it'll hold out, and I'll try not to. I've got my Kleenex sitting beside me, so if I mute out for a second, it's because I have to blow my nose. So I'll try not to do it on camera. But anyway, Chris is here. I can get it to come up. There it goes. And once again, I'm fighting with StreamYard on my laptop, so I'm having to do everything through my phone. But it's good to see you, Chris. Miss Doodlebug is here. Always good to see Doodle. Please do check out Doodlebug's channel and check her out. Her and Arctic are on the morning shows with Dago, True Crime Cafe with Dago. That's my go-to to listen to at work if it's slow at work. So please do check them all out. And speaking of Arctic, there is our friend Arctic, and I hope you're feeling better, Arctic. I know you said a couple of days ago you were having problems with migraines, so I hope you're feeling better. Apparently stuff is going around. I know Mom, Mind of Monsters, has been sick. And speaking of people being sick, I want to give a special shout out to or for Miss Donna McIntyre. She usually pops in here. Wonderful supporter of the channel. She is on Facebook in the well, she's in a bunch of groups, but the Missing and Not Forgotten Facebook group. Apparently, she's having some health problems right now, and she's in the hospital, and I think maybe having to have some kind of surgery. So just keep Miss Donna, send her some thoughts, prayers, and good vibes. Hopefully, she will get better soon. And anybody else out there? I know Miss Barbara Hall. I hope she's doing better. I haven't heard anything about. I did see her on Facebook either yesterday or today, but I know Miss Barbara hasn't been feeling well either. So for all those folks or anybody out there who's feeling under the weather, we hope you get to feeling better soon. There's Miss Paula. Hello, Miss Paula. Good to see you. Miss Paula messaged me the other day to see how I was. I appreciate that. Thank you. Arctic is on it, as always. There's Miss Doodlebug, and there is Miss Paula. And Junior Johnson is here. Hello, my friend. I hope you're doing well. He is in Michigan. I hope you're staying warm, Junior. And I think here in Arkansas, we're supposed to get maybe a little bit of some more winter precipitation. Hopefully not. But I think just really, really for Arkansas, cold weather next weekend. So I'm not looking forward to that. But hey, we survived the, snowmageddon here in Arkansas. I think we ended up getting, I'm in central Arkansas, we ended up getting about 7 or 8 inches out here on the farm. So just, I didn't get out of the house because with my job, I can pick what hours I work. So I stayed in out of the snow. All right, let's see who else we got. There is our Spice Girl, Miss Lisa Joe. I hope you're doing well, Miss Lisa. Oh, lots of comments here. I'm glad to see everybody here tonight. Murder Mystery Delmarva is here. I think I've seen you in Dago's chats, I believe. I think I saw you this earlier. Good to have you here. Like to see new faces or new names. I'm trying to get caught up. There's Sunday Doodles. Hello, hello. Good to have you here. I miss all you guys. It's been, what, 2 weeks since I've done a live stream? But I have been uploading, trying to kept up with uploading some videos for you guys that I had pre-recorded. I try to keep some videos, some cold case stuff pre-recorded just in case, times like this when I don't go live a whole lot, which I don't go live a whole lot. Usually just Mondays for our Missing Person Monday, and then usually every other or on the weekends, Friday or Saturday, we'll have a True Crime After Dark. But I did upload some videos for you guys, so please do check them out if you haven't already. Like them, share them, leave a comment. Most important thing you can do, as always, is share to get this information out. There's Michigan Wifey. Good to see you, ma'am. Also, hope you're staying, almost said cool, staying warm up there in Michigan. Glad to see all you guys tonight. There's Miss Matahari. Always good to see you, my dear. She's always in Dago's chats, as always. There's our Dandy. Hello, Miss Dandy. Good to see you. Dandy says, South Dakota has so many missing unsolved cases. I know. She says, happy Monday, everyone. Happy Monday to you, too. I know. When I was, oh, my goodness. Now my computer is wanting to update. Oh, my goodness. No, we're not doing that right now. I'll just close out all the tabs. Anyway, yeah, when I was looking for the cases that I think I have, we're doing South Dakota tonight. We're almost done with the Midwestern states. So there might be a couple more after this one. But yeah, when I get my basic information, I find the cases on the Trolley Project because it has it broken down into what they call geographical areas and then by state and things of that nature. So since we've been going state by state, yeah, there's so many. I mean, I could do, but unfortunately, it's like that for most states. Because maybe, once we make it through all the states one time, we might take a little break, and then we might have to just start going through state by state again because there's just so many missing, newer missing, cold cases, which we do mostly cold cases here. But man, so many, so sad. All right, let's make sure I got everybody. Oh, almost missed. There's Miss Miranda Lee. Hello, Miranda. Good to have you here. I hope you're doing okay, my dear. And CJK, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to have you here. All right. Just making sure I got everybody. We'll get rolling. I think I have six cases, I believe. But some of them, there wasn't a lot of information because, of course, from South Dakota, there's a lot of Native American missing. And unfortunately, with Native American cases, there's not always a whole lot of information. And it's just so sad and so disheartening. But I've tried to go through because, aside from the basic information, I always give, once again, for anybody new here, the basic information comes from Trolley Project, and then I get on the Google machine and try to find at least one article with an interview with family members, any updates that may happen in the case that's not in the Trolley Project, information, or interviews with law enforcement detectives who are working on the case to kind of give us a little bit more information. But there's just wasn't a whole lot out there on some of these cases tonight. But we will make do with what we have. It's better than nothing. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's just, and to me, a head cold makes me more miserable than anything. I mean, I could have the flu probably and not be as miserable as just having just a plain old head cold. Because if your head is all stopped up and hurting, your whole body feels bad. So, and it always takes me a while to get over it completely. Minimum 2 weeks completely. Because you'll have a couple of days where you feel just really, really bad, and then you'll have a day where you feel better, and you're just like, oh, it's passing, and then you go right back down again. So, but I'm making it. I'm getting back. Yes, Dandy. Dandy says, anyone had any weird, out of place winter fog? Now we have fog, obviously, here in Arkansas, but we usually don't have it during, the winter time, at least around here. But yes, we have had I know last week or this past week, the first of the week, probably, or last week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I mean, for 3 or 4 days in a row, it was just fog. And I thought that was a little strange too. I'm glad I'm not the only one that thought that was a little strange. Oh, welcome back, Nada Drama Nana. Good to have you here. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to have you here. There's Miss PJ. Always good to have Miss PJ here. And for everybody with wrenches, which is a lot of people, everyone who throws in links and things of that nature for me, I always forget to tell y'all thank you. I appreciate it so much. Everything that everybody does. All right. All right. I think I'm caught up. Oh, it says new comment. Oh. All right. Now I lost my place. Hold on. It jumped on me. Goodness gracious. Hold on, guys. Let me see if I can get I promise we're going to get started soon. I just want to make sure I get everybody and get welcomed in and don't miss anybody. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get back to where I wasn't paying attention to where I was at. Oh goodness. Holy moly, bunch of I'm trying to work off my phone here, and so it's taking because I can't get StreamYard to come up on my laptop. Give me 1 second. I promise. We're gonna get started. People are gonna start leaving in droves the first time here. Like, my gosh, she just sits there and talks. Okay, I think I was down to where I was. Okay, there we go. I found Dandy's fog comment, so I'm back down to where I was. All right. Oh, have you had that crud too, Arctic? Oh, yeah. He says the sickness is real. I've been out of commission myself. I know. It's just so hard to shake. So hard to shake. Like I said, you think, you get a day when you start feeling better, and then it just you wake up the next day thinking I'm gonna get something, I'm gonna go to work or get something done, and you're like, oh, you feel like crap again. So, oh goodness. All right, let me work my way back down again. Just don't want to miss anybody. Thank you, Arctic has got Miss PJ's channel in there. Let me see. I know I saw when I was trying to get back up to where I was some new face or some. Welcome, Justice Jane. Oh, where is it? Oh, wrong one. Hold on, I'll get to that one. Did it come up? There we go. Welcome, welcome. I've seen you around other chats. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. I love seeing everybody. We got 25 people in here. That is good for my channel. I'm so happy right now. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I think Miss Donna, and this isn't, public knowledge. I wouldn't give any of her anything she didn't want out, but she did post a short video on Facebook today. So it is public, otherwise I wouldn't be so, but I think she had to have something with her colon. She's having problems with, and I think she's going to have surgery. Yeah. So just keep Miss Donna in your thoughts and prayers. So good to see Missing Black People, the Forgotten. Y'all check out this channel. This is an excellent channel. I was over there today checking out some of their stuff, and good work. They've covered the Marissa Carmichael. I did an interview with Miss Sarah, just like we did here on the channel a couple of months ago. They did a video on the Cleashindra Hall case from here in Arkansas. I was so happy to see that. So yeah, please check out this channel. If somebody can throw the link in, if somebody probably already has. I also see them on Facebook. I think I'm in the group or the page or whichever one it is. I'm in so many groups and pages, but good work being done on that channel. We appreciate it so much. We need some good ones, some more good ones. Oh, you're talking about Miss Barbara? Matahari said she's doing okay. I just texted her to tell her you're live. She may pop in. Oh, excellent. I hope she's feeling better. Yeah, if she's not feeling up to it, totally understandable. But yeah, just tell her we are thinking about her, and hope she feels better soon. Lisa Joe said, "Hey, Klein." I'm going to assume that that's one of it's under the channel name, so you have to tell me which one. I'm trying to, for new channels that I'm just listening to, getting, discovering. I don't know the real names behind the channel names, so somebody can help me out with that. Oh, thank you. Murder. I'm just going to call you Delmarva. Says, I'm just going to say I love your voice. Thank you so much. My southern drawl. Oh, Lord. I found out when people hear it, I've gotten comments that some people love it, some people hate it. There's no in between. But I appreciate that. Thank you. Arctic's got a Murder Mystery Delmarva's link in. Just trying to make it. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm gonna have to search for it. Oh goodness, hold on. Everything's going crazy on me. Show it. I hate having to work off my phone. Not a Drama Nana is a new member. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hold on. Let me find the. Thank you so much, Not a Drama Nana, for being a member and supporting the channel. It is greatly appreciated. For anybody new here, once again, that is our moo cow. Thanks to Mom, Mind of Monsters made that for me. So anytime anybody donates or becomes a new member, or just anytime I feel like bringing the cow out, we get a cow. All right. Okay. I'm almost caught up, guys. And thank you very much for getting that in, Arctic. That is the Missing Black People, never forgotten. Please, guys, if you don't check out another channel, some of you guys may have already checked it out, but yeah, if you haven't, please check them out. Good work. All right, I think I got everybody. Yes, Dandy says, woohoo, thanks for dumpster diving with us. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. There's Mr. Lance Jones, all the way from Canada. Good to see you, sir. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying relatively warm up there in Canada. Oh, thank you. Miss Lisa Joe says you usually cover cases I haven't heard of. Yep. I'm telling you, sometimes I have to go to find ones that I, because I try to pick ones that I haven't heard of too. So, oh my goodness, Junior says it is 10 degrees where he's at. He says I'm back. I went out and plugged up my dryer, and it's 10 degrees outside. You can keep that. It's going to get about that temperature here in Arkansas from what they say next weekend. Oh, Michigan Wifey says, have any of y'all heard of these almost a Skelton brothers from here in Michigan? That sounds familiar. Have we talked about that before? Or maybe you suggested that I look at that? I will have to check it out. And a couple of weeks ago, I went to, when I was working one day, I'd deliver groceries from Walmart. So sometimes I get bored sitting in the car, so I need to get up and walk around. So I'll go in and hang out in Wally World for a little bit, and I bought me a big binder and some notebook filler paper and some dividers. I'm trying to get all my cases and stuff organized, all my stuff organized in a better, so I can keep up with it better. But yeah, I'll definitely check that out. There's Miss Gail. Miss Gail said, want to stop in to support the channel. Yes, thank you, Miss Gail. And I forgot to upload the graphic, but Miss Gail donated $5 through the super thanks on one of the videos. So thank you so much, Miss Gail, for that. Very much appreciated. Goes right back into the channel. I don't make any money off this channel. Just goes to pay for my StreamYard and the one photo editor or video editor that I use. But it is very much appreciated. Arctic says he has Michigan. What do you mean you have Michigan? I must have missed something as usual. All right, we're gonna get caught up, and I just don't want to miss anybody. I just keep seeing names here. Hey, Tomboy Charm, good to have you back. Oh, goodness, I'm gonna hit the wrong button and end the live stream. Good to have Tomboy Charm here. Okay, I'm getting caught up. Promise. Yeah, 22 people are gonna start saying, watching the video. They might, 20 minutes in and we haven't even started yet. Oh well. That's when I say, well, that little red thing at the bottom of the video, you can just move that thing to your right, and you can fast forward to the. Don't Miss PJ's apologizing for saying hi. Don't ever apologize for that. Is that regarding the Skelton brothers case? Michigan Law said, I'm so pissed they have to let the dad out of prison. I have to check that out. Miss PJ says they have snow where she is. Yeah, I've had my fill of snow. Our 7 or 8 inches we got here is enough for me. All right, StreamYard's not going to come up on my computer, so I'm just going to bring up the information. Hopefully, it will load the website pages for the additional information. Sometimes, with my farm signal out here, guys, sometimes it'll load the pages and sometimes it won't. But it's loading the trolley project, so we'll have that if nothing else. Thank you, Arctic, for putting in Timmy's Legacy channel for Miss Barb and Matahari. All right, I'm going to stop right there for a minute. Mark, where am I at? Oh, there it goes. Why does it keep disappearing? There we go. Okay. My slideshow up here. Hold on, let me fix something really quickly without turning it into there we go. Now I can see what I'm doing on my phone, kinda. All right, we'll get into the case and then I'll finish welcoming in anybody that I haven't said hi to yet. So like I said, I think I have 6 cases tonight, but it shouldn't take long to run through them because I couldn't find a lot of additional information on some of these. But first, we have Rachel Lucille Syriacs, and I hope I'm pronouncing all these names right. Rachel has been missing since November 12th of 2013 from Huron, South Dakota. She is classified as endangered missing. She's a white female, 30 years old, I'm assuming. See, sometimes they'll put that's the age they disappeared, and then they'll give their birthday and the age they would be now. So I don't know if that's she was 30 when she disappeared or if that's how old she would be now. But at any rate, she's in her 30s, or was. I keep forgetting it's 2025 now. At the time she disappeared, she was 5 foot 5 inches tall and 140 pounds. She has dark blonde hair and hazel eyes. She does have a lot of tattoos. She has the name Brad or Bradley in black script on the left side of her neck. She has a blue Playboy bunny logo on her left hip, a black tribal type heart on her lower back, and designs of 2 large red flowers, stars, a tree, and the initials RJ on her right forearm. And she says she does have a dimple on her right cheek and surgical. So Rachel was last seen in Huron, South Dakota, like I said, on November 12th, 2013. Her husband, Brad, said that she picked him up at a gas station. They made a 20-minute drive home, but they only stayed there at their house for a brief period of time. And then she took him, it's kind of, I had to read it over this a couple of times to keep it straight. Then she took him to a friend's house. After that, she's never been seen or heard from again. In December of that year, her gray and black 1995 Chevy Silverado pickup was located on a bee farm, like a bumblebee, BEE farm in Huron, South Dakota. They said it had severe damage to the underside. The drivetrain had been pulled out and it was inoperable, didn't run. So this bee farm that they found her truck at was owned by the family of Tyler Griffith. And this is important because this Tyler Griffith family, Tyler Griffith was the friend that Rachel took Brad to see on the day that she disappeared. So keep that in mind. Red flags should be going up already. So if you see in the smaller picture there on the slide, a green, pink, and white quilt blanket, which Rachel cherished, apparently disappeared from her home at the same time that she did. And authorities have not been able to find the blanket after Rachel disappeared. So it included 2 pictures. It has this one with the pattern on it. And I think the other picture on the Charlie Project, it had maybe a tag on it, had some names written on it, but I can only fit one on the picture. So I did the one with the pattern because they want everybody to keep an eye out. If you're in that area, if you happen to see a quilt that looks like this, to please report it. So it says investigators have issued an appeal asking for people to be on the lookout for this quilt. Although both Rachel and Brad did have a history of substance abuse and their 3 children were in the custody of family members, her family stated that Rachel was trying to clean up her life and get her children back into her care. It says that Rachel did frequent the Huron, Sioux Falls, and Mitchell areas of South Dakota prior to her disappearance. So she was in the process of getting a divorce from Brad at the time she disappeared, and she did apparently have a protective order against him. She claimed that he had been there was a DV situation going on, and Brad is the prime suspect in her disappearance. Authorities believe that Rachel, unfortunately, they believe she is probably deceased, but little information is available in her case. So that is why I share these cases. That even though, we always hope for the best, but in cases like this, just by the little bit of information, so I like to share them because people ask me, I've been asked before, why do you share these cases where, the missing is probably not with us anymore? Well, it's because they still have family members out there who deserve, and for the victim too. The victims always deserve justice. Their family needs justice, needs closure, to be able to hopefully either, at the very least find out, at least what happened to them, and then, maybe have a chance to, find the remains and be able to lay them to rest. So that is why I share these cases like this. So if you have any information on Rachel, call the Huron Police Department at 605-353-8550, or the Sanborn County Sheriff's Office at 605-796-4511. All right, let me find her. Said hopefully these pages will load. Check the comments while they are loading. I said hopefully it'll load. If not, it loaded. There we go. All right, so I'll mark that one. All right, so this is from dakotanewsnow.com. It is from July 2024, so it's a fairly recent article. It says a wound socket mother continues to mourn for her daughter while questioning who was with her in the final moments of her life. First Alert reporter Beth Warden brings new details of mannequins. This is going to get a little bit strange here in a minute. Mannequins, bee farms, and a woman who is still being searched for 11 years after her disappearance. The last time Rachel Syriacs was seen alive, she was driving a truck to pick up her then husband, Brad, from jail. He had been serving time for DV, as we talked about earlier. Despite the heaviness of losing a child, Mary Shabbat finds comfort in the memories of her daughter, Rachel. Her mom says she was a tomboy. She had her own horse that she rode. She was quite a handful at times. The mother-daughter bond continued through the decades. Mary was by her daughter's side in front of a judge in divorce court. Her mom says, and the judge wanted to hear Brad's side of the story before he would grant the divorce. And on that day, according to her mom, Rachel said, "He'll just kill me, I guess." So I cannot imagine. So the couple did have a turbulent relationship, obviously. Her mom goes on to say on October 31st, she had Brad arrested for DV. So then he went to jail. Then he got out of jail on November 13th, and Rachel went and picked him up. She says friends and family feared the worst. Her mom says, they were friends and family were asking, "Have you heard from Rachel?" Another one said, "No, I can't get a hold of her." Brad had his pickup. Sorry, his mom. Okay, so this is where it gets weird. According to Rachel's mom, Brad, her husband, soon to be ex-husband, had his pickup out north of town, driving around over stuffed mannequins. Now, I don't know what kind of mannequins these are, but yeah. And she said, and so when I heard this, I called the cops. And it says law enforcement officers were no stranger to the couple's home. Her mom says about every week the cops were called to their house for DV, but this time there was no sign of Rachel. Her mom says, and she's never been seen or no contact since then. And her mom believes that Rachel's body is close to where her truck was discovered, which is on that property. The Griffith, Taylor Griffith, I believe, was the friend. Her mom says, I think she's on the Griffiths farm. She says, she's not alive. So whenever I read that, it just breaks my heart for these mamas and these families. It says the new owners of the farm where Rachel's truck was found after she disappeared did give their blessing to search and to dig. Rachel's mom says, I think they need to search there more. She says it's just down the road from where rescue divers searched for evidence last November. And this was in November 2024. And Mary, her mom, watched from a distance. She said it was exciting, but hard to watch at the same time. She pleads for others to help her find her daughter. She says somebody needs to talk. We've got to have answers, and I'm not going to give up. And then after me, Jessica will take over. And Jessica apparently is a family friend. And she has questions too. I'm sure like we all do. Jessica says that the detectives, they all showed up at TJ's travel center he, and I'm assuming they're meaning Brad. She says he had Rachel's phone, but where is Rachel? So that tells me right there that, in my opinion, you know, if he had her phone, there's something there. So Attorney General Marty Jack Lee plans to keep searching. He says, I anticipate there will be additional use of game fish and parks sonar here this summer. We have received additional lead information from those investigations. At this point, we have not ruled out a person of interest. It is public knowledge that her husband, Brad, was the last person on record acknowledging seeing her, and we are following up on every lead. Jessica, the family friend, says, come forward and be anonymous or whatever. Help Mary and her family put Rachel to rest. I don't know how she does it. Absolutely. And I'm telling you, talk about Miss Barbara. Whenever I read this article, Rachel's mom says, what choice do I have? I can't just die, say I'm dead. I mean, you've got to keep going. You got to keep trying. And that echoes perfectly what I've heard Miss Barbara Hall say over and over and over regarding her son Timmy. She's just got to keep going. She's keep going and keep trying. So if you have any tips, you can contact local law enforcement. And I gave the numbers are there up on the bottom of the slide. You can also remain anonymous and submit your tips through Crime Stoppers, which I believe is 1-800-TIPS. I believe is what Crime Stoppers is. So yeah, just a very, very sad case. And I hope they do, and this was the most recent article update I could find on this case. I hope they do at some point, if they haven't already, go back and search that farm again. Because I'm like the family says, my guess will be she is buried out on that property somewhere. Of course, best case scenario, obviously we would hope that she's still alive and well, but if she's not, my bet would be that she's out on that property somewhere. Get a quick drink. Get to a few more of your comments, and then we'll move on to the next one. Oh, goodness. Now Dandy's got me paranoid about this fog. Dandy says, rumor has it that there's some weird fog that's making everyone ill with strange symptoms. Oh, goodness, Dandy, you're going to make me go down a rabbit hole. And see, I don't, you know, any conspiracy stuff I'd read for the entertainment value, but then you got and we're not going to go down the rabbit hole tonight, but you got the drones, you know, the drones. We haven't heard about the drones in a while, and now there's this weird fog. Dandy, why do you do this to me, girl? I'm going to be going down rabbit holes tonight. But yeah, it is just weird. That fog is weird. Now that when you mentioned that earlier, I was like, man, yep. Miss Gail said they had fog where she was. Yeah, we get fog, obviously, but usually not so much in the wintertime when it's so cold. I heard that. Miss PJ says, can't believe they let the other Slender Man girl out. I heard that. I've never deep dived into that case. I mean, I know the basics of it about what happened, but horrifying, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Lance says, count your blessings. It is only fog and not smoke like LA. Absolutely. Yeah, once again, thoughts and prayers and good vibes to California. Excuse me. There's Miss JC Ann. Good to have Miss JC here. Please do check out Miss JC's channel. She does excellent work too. I am too, Miss PJ. Miss PJ says she's behind in the news. I am too. I just would try to take a little bit of a break and get rested up and, you know, watch some mindless stuff, try to get caught up on some of my binge watching that doesn't have anything to do with true crime. So I'm behind in everything too. Thank you, Matahari. Got JC's channel in there. I'm not even going to go. Dandy's telling Arctic to stop it. I'm not even going to. I missed it. Miranda says, talking to Michigan Wifey, says, I'm familiar with that. Oh, the Skelton brothers. I'm familiar with that case. Too bad he doesn't get caught with. come up. Doesn't get caught with a weapon in prison to extend his sentence. I'm going to have to look at that. Junior says he hasn't left home since Friday. That's yeah. I haven't been out much because the snow rolled in here. What the God Arctic? When was it? Wednesday night, Thursday night? I think it was Thursday night. And the last couple of days is just now. Of course, I live out in the country on the farm, so our roads don't get I live on a gravel road, so they don't get any treatment or plowing. So we just have to wait for it to melt off enough to drive on. But yeah, there's still some. It's everything's melted off the roads. Of course, you got the refreezing at night, so you have to be careful of the black ice if you get up, out in early in the mornings. But yeah, we have a few patches of snow left on the yard, but not a whole lot. All right. Yes, Tomboy Charm. I know you're not new. I know you've been here before, and I see you in the Dagos chats. I'm sorry if I accidentally said you were new. I know you're not new. Always good to see you. All right. All right, I've caught up. Yes, absolutely. We're sending prayers to Miss Donna. All right, let me mark my. Okay, that is marked. Okay, so the next we have. Who do we have? I had to bring up my slides or my. Like I said, usually I'm working off my computer when I do this, but StreamYard won't come up on my computer. So this should be Pamela Jean Dunn. Of course, all the StreamYards on my phone is over the name, but yeah, that's okay. So this is Pamela Jean Dunn. Pamela has been missing since December 9th, 2001 from Watertown, South Dakota. She is classified endangered missing. She is a white female, 38 years old at the time she went missing. She'll be 61 as of 2024. At the time she went missing, she was 5'2", 120 pounds, or 120 to 135 pounds, with sandy brown hair and brown eyes. She has a medium complexion. She has pierced ears, surgical scars on her abdomen from a hysterectomy, and a discolored scar under her nose. And her nickname is Curly, Curly. So Pamela was last seen by her mother, whom she dropped her mother off at her residence, her mom's residence in Watertown, South Dakota at around 6 p.m. on December 9th, 2001. At 8 p.m., Pamela's daughter called her, and Pamela mentioned that her ex-boyfriend, David Asmussen, I think that is a picture, that smaller picture on the slide is David Asmussen, was at her house. So around 11 p.m., Pamela told her mother on the phone that this David guy had called her. She was upset. And apparently after that call, she has never been seen or heard from again. She was missed after she failed to show up for work on December 1st. So that was what, the day after? No, almost a full month after. That can't be right. Oh, no, December 9th. No. December 1st. Hold on. I've confused myself. 1 second. Okay, so that doesn't make any sense. Anyway, so after that call to her mom, she has not been seen or heard from again. She was missed after she failed to show up for work. It says on December 1st, but they give her missing date as the 9th, so that doesn't make any sense. Anyway, at any rate, her car was found at her residence. Her house was locked, and her purse and keys were inside the house on the table. It says foul play may have been involved in Pamela's disappearance. Her relationship with this David Asmussen, it was troubled. She, just like in the case before, she did have an order of protection against him. Now, they weren't married, but she did have an order of protection against him. After they broke up, she began seeing another man. The order prohibited Asmussen from contacting Pamela in any way. But after it was implemented, he called her at least 17 times in less than 2 weeks. 17 times in 2 weeks. I don't even talk to some of my family members that much on the phone. But he called her 17 times in 2 weeks, and that he left at least 3 threatening messages. He did admit that he was at Pamela's house the day she disappeared, and he is believed to have been the last person to see her before she went missing. He was convicted of stalking Pamela and violating the protection order after she disappeared. He was sentenced to 40 months in prison. He appealed, but the conviction was upheld. So on the same day that the appeals court ruled against him and upheld the verdict or the conviction, he was charged with kidnapping Pamela. So the charges allege that he abducted Pamela to facilitate aggravated assault or stalking and or to terrorize her. Authorities said the charges came about due to the recent discovery of new evidence. And so he was convicted of kidnapping in 2007 and sentenced to life in prison. It says Pamela may have traveled to Florida after her disappearance. Her body has not been found. This David Asmussen has not been charged with homicide, but foul play is suspected in her disappearance due to the circumstances involved. I think we can all pretty much have the same, agree on that. At the very least, a person of interest, number 1 suspect. But if you have any information on Pamela's case, you can call the South Dakota Division of Criminal Investigation at 605-882-5099. Let me see if I was able to. And some of these articles are just very short, maybe with a couple of sentences from a family member. But like I said, once again, I'll see how long it takes to come up. I'll check out some of you guys' comments. Get caught up while I'm waiting for it to. Thank you, Matahari. It's got Justice Jane's channel in there. Thank you so much. Got it. Thank you, Miss Lisa Joe. Welcome, Klein. Good to have you here. I like to know real names if they're available. Okay, Miranda. I think Miranda and Michigan Wifey are still talking about the Skelton brothers case. Thank you. Okay, so Nancy is Murder Mystery Delmarva. Thank you so much. I'm telling you, I'll get these down. I said channels that I've just now started watching and who've come into the chats or who I see in other chats. I still have to learn real names. Thank you so much. Klein says subscribing to everybody. Thank you so much. Yes, once again, everybody, I know I keep saying it. Please go check out Klein's channel. Excellent work. Thank you. Yes. See, I'm going to think. Oh, come up. Okay, there we go. See, now it's going to remind me of Nancy Drew. I love that. I read Nancy Drew when I was a kid. Oh, come on. I don't know if I can get this article to come up. Maybe trying. Let me close out the tab and see if it'll load. Sometimes that works. Put my stylus down before I stop it or drop it and lose it. All right, 1 second, guys. Found the right article. Yes, absolutely. Please remember to hit the like button, share, subscribe if you haven't. Oh, it came up. Thank goodness. Thank you, Miss PJ, for putting that in. All right. All right, so I'll read this and I'll get caught up in comments and we will go to the next one. So this article regarding Pamela is from kiloland.com. 20 years is too long. The tragic anniversary of Pamela Dunn's disappearance. And it is from December of 2021. So it's been 23 years now, a little bit over 23 years that she's been missing. So it says it's been 2 decades now since Pamela Dunn went missing from her home in Watertown. Her family and investigators are still hunting for answers. A sign sits on Deb Tarnowski's lawn in Watertown as a reminder of her sister. Pam, or Deb, who's the sister, says, 20 years is too long without answers, without closure. That's all we want is closure. Absolutely. In December of 2001, investigators were sent to Pam Dunn's Watertown home after she didn't show up for work. Police found her car and her purse. Unfortunately, they did not find Pamela. Her sister says somebody out there knows and can let somebody know where she is. That's all we want. Yep. See, that's why I said, that's why I share these cases. These victims, once again, deserve justice. They do still have, even if they are presumed deceased, they still have family out there that just wants to know what happened. So in 2007, like we talked about earlier, Dunn's ex-boyfriend, Dave Asmussen, was sentenced to life in prison for kidnapping, but the question of where she is still remains. Her sister says, I would really hope Dave would step up and take ownership in this and come forward with what happened and tell exactly what happened and let the family know, let us know where Pam is at. She says we can get resolution for them. I don't know if he will ever do that. Probably not. In DV relationships and situations like that, it's a power and control thing, and that's exactly what he's trying to do, is still hold power and control over Pam. Captain Chad Stahl with the Watertown Police Department says they still follow up on any leads they get in this cold case. Just last year, which had been 2020, they got a tip about a whale on an abandoned farm in Dual County. However, the bones excavated did not belong to a human. So apparently they got a tip somewhere about, hey, check out this well for bones. Her sister, Pamela's sister, says the best Christmas present for her family would be answers. She says, we need that closure. We need to find where her remains are so that we can have a proper funeral, memorial, whatever you want to call it. We need that, and 20 years is long enough to wait. Like I said, if anybody has our answers, please come forward. In 2012, Tarnowski created a Facebook page called In Memory of Pamela Dunn. She invites anyone who knew Pam to share their stories there. And once again, anyone who might have answers, any information, should contact the Watertown Police Department. Let's see if, make sure I didn't have the 2 on her. No, okay. So yes, that's, all the families want is just answers, closure, justice, obviously, but sometimes, especially in these cold cases, unfortunately, you can't get justice but I guess, I don't know, in this case, maybe to a degree, there's some justice because he was given a life sentence for kidnapping her, and her sister said in the article, just he should come forward and just if he had something to do with it, which, I mean, he was convicted of kidnapping her, so just be man up and just give her family some information. But like I said, it's power and control. He's still wanting the power and control, so I don't think he's ever going to cough up any information, unfortunately. But sorry, please let me know what you guys think in chat. I know you have. I'm gonna try to get caught up real quick. Thank you, Matahari and Dandy and Arctic and Doodle, or Doodle. Anybody who's throwing in links and stuff, thank you so much. No, I'm the same way. Miranda says, I'm so confused with everyone's names. I feel like I'm never going to know them or learn them. No, like I said, that's why I was asking, who Klein was, who Nancy was. That way I would know. Yes, Lisa Joe says cow equals dumpster fire. Oh, hopefully no dumpster fires tonight, aside from, the usual. Yes, absolutely. Do check out Arctic. Wonderful channel. Arctic is a rock star. Yeah. Arctic says, I get it, Miranda. On a good day, I remember my name. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm good to remember my own name. Oh, goodness. Dandy's being weird. I'm kidding, Dandy. We're all weird. Uh, yes, thank you. There is the Malahari put in the Facebook or the no, oh, the YouTube. Yeah, Klein, are y'all, you're on Facebook too, right? If it's the same page or group that I'm in or subscribe to or follow, it may be a different one. Miss Gail says it's going to get really cold. She's in Texas. She says it's going to get really cold here in Texas starting this weekend. Arkansas is just a few miles. Yeah, I'm in Arkansas. Yeah, me and Arctic are in Arkansas. So yeah, that cold weather is coming this way. Said hopefully no more winter precipitation. Yeah, it says what channels are supposed to make money. Yeah, anybody. I mean, anybody who's here for the right reasons. We're not here to make money off it, but it goes back into the channel. But yeah, anybody who thinks that YouTubers, well, I mean, unless you're like a Mr. Beast or something, most normal YouTubers don't make enough to make a living off it. It would be nice if we did for sharing true crime story the right way, the right way. Now we're not tragedy pimps, Tragedy pimps can make money all day long, unfortunately. But I won't get on my soapbox. Yes, thank you, Miss. Almost called you Doodle. Sorry, I'm getting my PJs and my Doodles mixed up now. Miss PJ has got JC Ann's link in. Thank you so much. Yes, we would love to have Miss Tandy in here. Get her in here. Thank you, Miss Lisa Joe. Says we're having a good time. You're fine. I just want to, whenever I do a live, because like I said, I don't do a whole lot of lives, maybe at least once a week, the Missing Person Monday live. And then if we get a chance to do our True Crime After Dark on Friday or Saturday nights. But I just love to get caught up with you guys in chat. So anybody new doesn't understand me, that I just like to, want to make everybody feel, because everybody is welcome here. This is a wonderful community, and I just want to interact with you guys. And I want to make sure everybody gets acknowledged and want everybody's input on what you think about these cases or any other cases out there. So that's why I take time to go through my comments and yes. Nancy understands. Says, gotta love that farm service. I know it. I'm telling you, out here on the farm, my farm signal. Yes, the cow-fi. Yes, I like that. Yes, I do have the cow-fi on a good night. There is Echoes 14. For anybody who doesn't know, is one of my brothers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. He says, yes, I've been to South Dakota. Yes, I know. He is in Minnesota. I think Miss Lisa Joe is in Minnesota also. I can't ever remember which part of Minnesota she's in, though. Always good to have family here. Thank you so much. Are you freezing up there, dude? We're freezing down here. But you know how Arkansas is with it gets cold. We're, or at least me, I'm a wimp. I don't like the cold weather anymore. I like that conspiracy, Dandy, about my signal. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. Yeah, I see you. I see you. Takes me a while to get caught up in comments here. Yes. Once again, Miss PJ's got Timmy's Legacy channel in there. Once again, thoughts to Miss Barb. I hope she is feeling better. And Miss PJ's got her channel in there. Hey, a half hour is not bad for me for being behind in comments. Yes, absolutely. We cannot forget Mr. and Mrs. Steve at True Crime Web, the national treasures. Oh, hold on. I got to clear that out or it's going to be dinging in my ear. Oops. almost pushed the wrong button. Miss Alicia Joe said sus. Yeah, either one of these cases, absolutely. We started out with 2 right off the bat with unfortunately significant others, 1 ex-husband and 1 boyfriend that are, in my opinion, the most likely suspects, persons of interest. Yes, they also Klein also did excellent video, or no, it was a live stream or 2 live streams with Danette and Jeanette Millbrook, the sisters that are missing. And I can't remember how long ago the live streams were, but do check them out. I think I shared them on my community tab. Klein talked to their sister, younger sister. Very good information. And like I said, I watched that one, or both of those. I watched I watched so many today. Let's say he did one, a live stream with Cleashindra Hall's mom, Miss Laurel. I think that one was only, well, I don't know, it might have been 7 or 8 months ago, but yeah, I shared it on my community tab. Always appreciate when other states or other parts of the U.S. or anywhere covers Arkansas cases. Yeah, Clea Hall's case, that's one that's, of course, being in Arctic also, being from Arkansas. That one has always been in my heart, along with Morgan Nick. Yep, Arctic's got his red flags out. You are more than welcome. Everybody's got their red flags, probably on both of these. Oh, if I can get it to come up, there it is. Chris has got his red flags. Nancy's got the red flags. Thank you, Miss PJ's got the links in. Yep, most definitely. Come up. Okay. Absolutely. Doodle says, because I was talking about why I share these cases where unfortunately, you know, like I said, we always be, hopeful, but a lot of times, most of the time in these cold cases, now you do have exceptions to the rule, but for the most part in these cold cases, they're probably deceased. So I was talking about why I share these cases, even if they are, but it's because they have family and because, like Doodle says, they deserve a proper resting place. Absolutely. All right. Uh-oh, what did I miss? Miss PJ says, I will have a flyer soon for my daughter's godmother. I'm waiting on Manchester, New Hampshire police for some. Wait, what is your daughter's godmother missing? Send me some information, Miss PJ. Wow. I'm so sorry to hear that, if I'm reading that correctly. Yes, Arctic says, yeah, PJ, let me know when you get the file. Absolutely, send it to me too. I think we're all on Facebook together. You can message me or share it on your Facebook and I'll share it, or send me, we'll get the flyer out there. Yes, Miss Gail says there are just too many people missing, thousands of them. Why can't we find them I know. I'm with you, Miss Gail. Right. Just trying to get the other page loading while I get caught up in comments. Absolutely. Klein says these cases break my heart. Oh, I know. I'm there with you, sir. Especially when I read these articles and, with the interviews with family members, and you've interviewed family members on your live streams like we were talking about earlier. It just breaks your heart. When I was watching, and then he also, like I said earlier, interviewed Miss Sarah, Marissa Carmichael's mother. We had her on here 2 or 3 months ago, and I checked in on her. I sent her a Facebook after I watched the video, and I think the video or the live stream that he did with Miss Sarah was just maybe from last week, if I'm correct. So I Facebook messaged Miss Sarah to check on her, see if she's doing okay, and just letting her know that I'm there. We're there if she ever needs to talk. And she says she's doing okay. She's been doing a bunch of making the circuits of the news stations to get Marissa's story out there again. So please keep Miss Sarah in your thoughts and prayers and send her good vibes. Okay, that hashtag, I'm trying to read off of my phone. Hashtag, it's never a man. Miss Lisa Joe, you might have to help me with that. It's never a man I can. IKAN. Sorry. I tried to switch to my different glasses. I think I'm gonna have to wear. Hold on. I have two different cheaters. They're the same strength, but for some reason on one I can see better closer up on. Okay, that's better. I can see a little bit better, but I still. Okay, there's a hashtag that Miss Lisa Joe put in. Absolutely. Oh, no, I don't want to delete that. Trying to put it up on screen. There we go. Yes, Dandy says, so many sinister people living among us. I know, unfortunately. Yep, Junior says 2,300 go missing every day in the United States. One is too many. Definitely 2,300 is way too many. Yes, Nancy says, going back to case we had before. Let me see if I can. Oh, dadgummit. Sorry. Hit the wrong button once again, trying to work off my phone. Okay, is this the one I'm on the right one where they I don't know if I'm on the right one or not. No, I think it was the one before where they found her truck on that farm, the bee farm with the mannequins. Yeah. That was Rachel. Yes, they need to do very, very thorough search on that farm. Absolutely. Prayers for Rachel's family. Yes, sir. Yes, Arctic says bring the ground penetrating radar to the farm. Yep. Yep. Dandy says people of all ages are found that are being trafficked years later. Absolutely. Yeah, Miss Gail, I hope you're feeling all right. Chris told Miss Gail to stay safe and get well soon. Absolutely. I'm sorry if I missed the comment, but I'm just trying to run through them real fast here and get caught up. Okay, what are you talking about? The ghost? Echo says, or it could be the ghost from a pirate ship. Where did that come from? Are you talking about the signal? I don't know. You're talking about pirate ships. Hey, Miss Tandy. Good to have you here, ma'am. Good to see you. There's Michelle C. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't seen anybody. I keep forgetting I haven't seen. Oh, okay, I got it. The fog. Sorry, I'm a little bit slow. I'm gonna blame it on the cold medicine. Too much Dayquil or NyQuil or both. Good to have Michelle here. What? Miss Lisa Joe says, I want everyone to know. Hold on, let me put it up here. I just want everyone to know, as a microbiologist, which Miss Lisa Joe is, that I'm not going to butcher this. Serratia is a sissy ass bacteria. Once again, I probably missed something. Hold on, let me clear this out, or it's going to keep dinging in my ear. Oh, okay. So we're back to the fog. Miss Lisa Joe said that's what I heard was in the fog, which isn't technically possible. Okay. See, y'all need to stop with this fog stuff. You're gonna have me paranoid. I'm wanting to look out the window. I don't think it's foggy tonight. But yeah, last week, the beginning of last week, or maybe after the snow came in, fog everywhere for about 2 or 3 nights and days. Yeah, CJK says that Slender Man offender should never get out. In my opinion, that person is truly scary. Absolutely. Miss Paula says she's heard about that case. That is very well said. Miss Tandy says, talking to Dandy, but said it's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. I'm going to remember that. Very well said. Yes, thank you. Thursday night, yeah, is when the snow came in here. Thank you, Arctic. I've slept or not slept since then. Slept in the fog since then, so to speak. Uh, oh, I thought I read something about Dave. Yeah, Dave is not here. Dave is probably working. Yeah, if somebody can throw in Al on the Prowse link, please do. We can't forget our good friend Dave. And I missed it. I'm gonna have to be replay crew. I was piled up in the bed sleeping by the time he had his live stream Saturday night, Sunday morning. I'm usually there with him in chat, helping him out, but I was just wiped out. I took some NyQuil and passed out. So I apologize to Dave for that. Yeah, I agree. Matahari, going back to, I think it was the case before this one, or Rachel's case. Matahari says, I don't know if I want to talk to anyone 17 times in 2 weeks. I know. Yep, he called her 17 times in less than 2 weeks, it said, and 3 of the messages were threatening. Yes, Arctic says 17 times in 2 weeks is stalker behavior. That's what I was thinking. Listen, unfortunately, I probably don't talk to my family members that I don't see on a daily basis. I don't talk to them, on the phone or text, 17 times in 2 weeks. Yep, definitely a little bit stalkerish. But yeah, that's a good point. But Chris says, unless it's important. Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, Matahari says he could be charged 17 times for breaking that protection order. Oh, so those protection order. Oh yeah, it is. Yep. No contact at all. No calls. Definitely not in person. I think that's what it meant, because I was confused on the let me go back and find my computer is being even more weird than it usually is. To Rachel's case, because it said no, it wasn't that one. Which one was it? Lord, I'm getting my cases mixed up. I got too many in my head and too many bookmarks here. Yeah, I was confused about the dates and when she was reported missing and when she was last seen at work. That is possible, Miss Paula. Yep, Chris says he sounds. Come on, there you go. He sounds like a creeper. Absolutely. I agree. Oh no, I don't want to delete it. Stop. My fingers are. Chris says it should have been 40 years, not 40 months. Yeah, but he did get life for the kidnapping at least. So maybe, I don't know. In these cold cases, maybe, hopefully one day they might can find enough of something to charge him. I mean, I'm not going to hold my breath, but I don't think he's ever going to tell where she is buried at. Yes, I want your name. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Only if only if anybody wants to divulge their real names. You're by no means required to. Absolutely. Miss Paula says, sending prayers to everyone affected by the wildfires in California. Absolutely. Matahari, yeah, I think yes, Matahari's name is Rebecca, if anyone needed to know. Oh, now I know. I didn't even know Dandy's real name. That's not cringe. Miss PJ says her real name is PJ. Yes, I read Nancy Drew. I read, what was the I mean, they were a little bit before my time, but we had, I get probably my mom and my aunts and uncles read like Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys. So those books were still around. So yeah. I'm trying to think of some. I remember reading, and I'm 53. What was it? Does anybody remember the Encyclopedia Brown books? They were really popular when I was a kid. I love the Encyclopedia Brown books. Yeah, Miss PJ's her nickname. Yes, you know my name. I think I have my name on my thing up there. And I know your name. You know my name. I would hope after 53, and how old are you now? 50. years we would know each other's name. Oh, thanks. That goes both ways. All of us got yelled at. There's Dave. Of course, I figured he is listening and driving. Holy moly. Let's see, I'm only about 20 minutes behind in comments now. Thank you, Sir Dave. I'm feeling better. I'm on my way. I'm not perfect, but or not completely healed. But yes, Echoes 14 is one of my brothers. He's the middle brother. I'm the oldest, and I have two younger brothers. Echoes is in the middle, and then we have a younger brother. Dangle has popped in once or twice on one of our fun live streams. That's our other brother, the baby. I think he popped in the last time that we did. I think we were talking about movies, something to do with movies. Maybe the Christmas one, we were talking about movies or something. He popped in and joined us. Thank you. Arctic has got Dave's link in. And Dave says hello to all. Yes, absolutely. Stay safe out there driving, Dave. I know he's up in the Northeast, so he's probably got snow. I promise we're going to get caught up and oh gosh. See, now I'm going to have to watch that movie. It's been so long since I watched that movie. Yes, he's always giving me crap. I will FedEx you some bubble gum. Oh. Yes. Let me find it. Yeah, I think it's called In Memory of Pamela Dunn. Hold on, I will find it. Because I was going to put a link, and I didn't on this live stream. I usually put all my links in the description for all the articles I use and put in our friend channels and everything. But I just last night when I was trying to get this scheduled, I did not. I kept trying to put the links in to my sources, all the articles I use and everything, and my computer was not bringing anything up, and I got to switch glasses again. So I didn't get any links put in, but let me find, because I was going to put the link to that Facebook group or page in. Hold on, I'm finding it. And please do check out, you can see Miss Lisa Joe has hashtag find Barb Cotton behind her name. That is one of her family members that has been missing for what, 40 years now. And I think there's a page for Barb, right? A group or a page. Okay, so it is was highlighted in blues. Yes, In Memory of Pamela Dunn. That is a Facebook page. But yeah, do please check out the page group. I can't remember which one it is for Barb Cotton. Oh, then Miss Lisa Joe probably already got it in. Oh no, that's the Pamela Dunn. Thank you, Miss Lisa Joe. Thank you so much. Yes, that is the Pam. Okay. Absolutely. Tomboy says that kind of man will never man up. I agree, unfortunately, especially with the history of DV and the power and control. Yep. Hey, Patriotism, good to see you. Always good to have you here. Echo says he is the brother. The younger one doesn't count. Ah, you too. I'm just reading those comments here. I know, see, this is why my live streams turned into 3 hours, but that's okay. Like I said, anybody who's watching replay that doesn't want to, hear all the chit chat, they can, fast forward to the cases. Oh, we all do, Dandy. We wave our flag, our weirdo flag. Oh, so you can keep all that up there with you in Minnesota. Echo says high will be -2 Monday in his part of Minnesota. Well, you and Miss Lisa Joe can keep that mess up there. But unfortunately, I think it is drunk and in our backyard starting this weekend. So please come get it. Come get your cold weather. Yep, as Tandy says, in Texas, it's going to be cold too. Absolutely. Yes. Oh, that was just last week. Yes, Klein did an amazing live on the Milbrook twins last week. Yes, that is one of the ones I watched replay crew today. I think I remember to share them all the ones I've watched so far on my community tab. I know I shared the Clishendra Hall with Miss Laurel, and another one. I think I did share the Milbrook twins, or maybe another one. But yeah, please go check them out. Thank you. We appreciate you being here. Absolutely. Yes, I knew you were up there in northern Minnesota somewhere, an hour north of Duluth. So you might can go see my brother. I think he goes that way sometimes, or used to. I agree. Matahari says Minnesota is too cold for her. I agree, Miss Rebecca. It is. Yes. Tomboy says, so you don't have Wi-Fi, you have cow pie. That sums it up right there. You are correct. You are correct. Yes. Oh my gosh. So for getting off track for a second, Arctic says in Arkansas we get one flurry and all the stores are out of milk and bread. Oh my gosh. When I was trying to do the spark orders, people lose their minds here. I'm telling you. And I think I took a picture and I posted it, I think, to my members here on YouTube, and I put it on my Facebook page profile of the bread aisle. There was no bread. No bread, no, maybe a few hot dog and hamburger buns. There was no eggs. They wiped out the eggs. There was very little milk. The last day, Wednesday that I worked before the snow came in, or Thursday morning. Oh Lord, people lose their minds down here, and they never use it. They never use it. People just lose their minds. I mean, it's not like the snow, which this snow has lasted longer than it usually does when it snows down here, but just because it's been so cold here for us. You're in the Twin Codies. Oh my goodness. Yes, Twin Cities. You like Dandy, that darn autocorrect got echoes, Dandy. But yeah, people just lose their minds. It's not like we're going to be snowed in for a month. It's just a few days. You don't need that much milk and bread and eggs. You got to have your milk sandwiches, I guess. I don't know. Patriotism says me and Arctic can keep that cold weather. Your patriotism, you have to remind me again where you're at. You're somewhere down in this area, aren't you? Georgia, maybe? I apologize if once again, I try to keep up with where everybody's from, too. Tomboy says, I have PTSD from living in Minnesota. Oh, yeah, the escalator. Oh, goodness. Yes, Arctic says, telling patriots, we don't want it either. Absolutely not. My mama told me I should share. Yeah. Okay, so some information on Miss PJ, or her daughter's godmother says, yes, she has been missing since New Year's Eve, but we are trying to get more details, making sure it's a proper date. Yes. Oh my God, I hate to hear that. Uh-oh. Oh no, Lance says he's lost sound. Oh. I hope y'all still have sound. I'm not to the bottom of comments, so I can't see. So she was just reported miss. Okay, Lance says never mind. He has sound. Ooh, scared me for a minute, because when I get behind the comments, I can't see if my audio or anything goes out. I can't see till half an hour later that nobody can hear me. So Miss PJ says she was just reported missing. Keep us updated, ma'am. Yes. When I watched that, Arctic says Ellie dropped the ball hard on Marissa's case. Yes, when I watched Klein's live stream interview he did, yeah, there was some stuff that I hadn't heard that Miss Sarah said. Oh my goodness, yeah, most definitely. So maybe because Miss Sarah said she wanted, after making all the rounds of the news stations, when I messaged her today, she says, she just want to take a beat and take a breath. But absolutely. But hopefully, maybe when she feels like it, we can have her back on here and for some updates. And apparently, some of the people that have been searching or asked, Miss Sarah had asked some people to help search, and apparently these 4 people that are most likely have something to do. Sorry, I'm trying to get in a different position here. That had something to do with Marissa's disappearance, or apparently calling people that are going to go out. We're going to go out and search for her and threatening them. And so a lot of people won't go out and search because of that. It's just, oh my God, it's infuriating. So disheartening. That is true. Dandy says we're coming up on 30 years of not knowing who ended JonBenet Ramsey, and they still have untested evidence. I know. I knew Arctic was going to have something to say about that. Thank you, Lance. Oh, were you there, Lisa Joe? Lisa Joe said she was in Dave's chat the other night. Yeah, I passed out, honestly. I was wiped. But I watched about half of it, or about an hour of it on replay. I'm going to have to go and finish watching it. Yeah, Dandy says people not speaking out about cases lets them slip through the cracks that are LE, the butt cracks that are LE. I agree. Matahari says breaking a protection order is an automatic felony. Sorry, just trying to get caught up once again. I may stop for a minute and go over another case, and then I'll get caught up. But I wanted to get comments for these 2 cases that we've covered so far, so I won't miss. I always like you guys' input. Did you change? You changed that, didn't you? Or was that that was not up there earlier? Now it's got Nancy Drew murder mystery Delmarva. Oh God, I love it. Says I'm here. I just can't stop sneezing. You changed that. That did not say that when you first came in, or I'm losing my mind, which is entirely possible. Oh, Miss Paula says she's here all night. Yeah, if I don't get going, we may be here all night. Yeah, Tomboy says Texas does not even want that stuff. Okay, thank you. Arctic has got Tina Fey Kemp Facebook page. Thank you. There is a voice for the lost. Welcome, welcome. Good to have you here, Miss Madison. See, I had to think for a second to get your name, but I got it. I got it. See, that's why I like to go through comments, because people sneak in on me. Oh, good Lord. Oh, Lisa Joe is scrubbing the walls. Oh my gosh, I may have to move my phone over closer to me. My back has been killing me. That's when I was almost afraid that I might have had the flu, and I'm still not convinced that I don't, because I've just been aching. My back is killing me. But anyway, oh, see, now Dandy had to go and mention Sonic. Now I'm hungry. Thanks, Echoes. I appreciate that. That is probably true also. I know it's true. But you're not that far behind me, dude. You're not that far behind me. Oh Lord, now we got St. Bernard's. Oh, okay. Oh yes, Miss Lisa and her doggies. If anybody's on Facebook with Lisa Joe, Miss Lisa Joe, Always posting pictures of her doggies. Yes, I do, Miranda. Hold on. Oop. I do have Cash App. Like I said, I didn't get any of the links put in the description, but all the links are in the about section of the channel page. And if you do give, I appreciate it very much. We never ever ask, because that's not why I'm here, but anything that is donated is very much appreciated. Okay, there's another. I don't know what that is the link to. Is it is Barb's page? But Miss Lisa Joe has put in another Facebook. Thank you very much. Everybody's throwing in links. Yeah, I might have some kind of bug. Sunday Doodle says you might have a bug. It's yeah, because I'm telling you, and it feels the way because back in when it was going on, when the Rona was going on, I had it for sure at least once because I did do a test because I was doing all 3 times I was doing home health caregiving. So of course when it first started, if doing home health caregiving, working with older folks, you absolutely had to get tested and we wore masks and all that. But the last, I think I had it for sure one time because I got tested positive for it. And I think I had it 2 other times. And I think the last time I had it, it was really, really bad. And I just literally ate from the top of my head to the tips of my toes, just an ache that just makes you, I don't want to say it, just makes you not want to be on this earth, that kind of ache. It's not that bad, but it's a little bit, I mean, it's close to how bad my body aches right now. So I'm hoping it's not that. It may just be the flu or just because I've done a lot more, laying around than I usually do. I'm not up and moving. And when I get old, as somebody pointed out to me, you can't stay in one position very long or, oh goodness. Okay. Thank you, Echoes. I will. Thank you for stopping in, Bubba. Love it when y'all stop in. Stay warm up there. Be safe. But yeah, just aching all over. Yes, Miss Lisa Jo has many dog pics amidst all of her bitching. So Lisa Jo, you're still a bitchy spice. Yeah, there it is. Thank you so much. She's probably already gone. I'm trying to get caught up. Oh, I'm almost caught up. I'm only 2 minutes behind. Then I promise we will get back to our cases. Hopefully I'll be able to stay caught up. Thank you once again for my brother popping in. Love you much. You and the wifey and all the kiddos. Thank you, Dandy. Yeah, who was it? Miranda or somebody was asking for. Thank you, Dandy. There's the Cash App link. Like I said, I didn't get. Yeah, Dandy's got all my links. Thank you, ma'am. I didn't get it. Just there's my buy me a coffee. Yeah, when I was trying to put in my links last night, my computer was slow. I wasn't feeling good, so I'm just like, screw it. I'll just go back. I'll go back after or maybe tomorrow and put in all the links for all the sources because I like to put my links to the sources I use just in case anybody can say, hey, where did you get that information? And be like, check the links. That's where I got it from. Because I know Charlie Project sometimes is sketchy on their information, but it has all the basic information in one place. So that's why I like to start out with just that basic information. Welcome. Come up. There it is. Encyclopedia. So we got Encyclopedia Brown, because that's what I call Encyclopedia of True Crime and the Unknown. Welcome back. So we got Encyclopedia Brown and Nancy Drew in here. We are in good company. All right, I am caught up, so we will. Let me get my. If you hear crashing, don't call 911. It's just me dropping the phone, aka the camera, trying to put it where it was supposed to be. Oh, and I almost did it. Okay. All right. So next, make sure I got the right slide. We have. Once again, it's covering up the name. It should be Ella Beth, I believe. Yes. Ella Beth May Lodermeyer. Once again, I'm going to try not to butcher these names. Ella Beth, and I'm going to try my best not to call her Elizabeth. It's Ella Beth, not Elizabeth. Has been missing or went missing on March 6, 1974. I think this is the oldest case that I have tonight. 1974. I'm from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. She's a white female. She was 25 years old when she went missing. She would be 76 years old today, as of 2024. When she went missing, she was 5'1" tall, 105 pounds, with brown hair and green eyes. Her nickname is Beth. Some agencies refer to her as Ella Beth Lodermeyer, and her maiden name is Keller. She was last seen wearing a blue pea coat, a blue sweatshirt, and blue jeans. So, let me get a quick drink. My voice feels like it's about to go out on me. We still got a little bit of ways to go. Okay. Sorry if you heard me slurping on my drink. I apologize. So, Ella Beth was last seen at her home, which was in the 300 block of North Indiana Avenue in Sioux Falls on the evening of March 6, 1974. Her boyfriend also lived in Sioux Falls, but he was out of town on the day that she disappeared. He agreed he was going to call her between 9 and 9:30 p.m. It says he did call 3 times, but each time that he called, the upstairs tenant answered the phone, and he was never able to talk to Ella Beth. So I'm wondering, for all of us people of a certain age here, and this was in 1974, we had, at least here in the country, I don't know if it was everywhere, we had what they call party lines, where if you had people, like where I live, we had, I think, one or two other neighbors that were on the same, what they called a party line. So if the neighbor was using the phone, you could pick it up and you could hear everything that was said that they were saying, and you couldn't make a call or do anything with it until they hung up, and then you could use the line. So, show of hands in chat if you are old enough to remember party lines. But anyway, my point is, I don't know if it means that when he called that the upstairs tenant answered because it was a party line, or because maybe she or he or she went downstairs and answered the phone downstairs. So anyway, long way around explanation, but anyway. So he did call her 3 times, didn't get in touch with her. So once again, she was estranged from her husband, Gene Vernell Lodermeyer, who I do have a picture of. The smaller picture on the slide is Gene. So she was estranged from him at the time. They were in the process of a divorce, and it was her co-workers who told him the next morning that she hadn't shown up for work and that they couldn't find her. Gene went to Ella Beth's residence. When he got there, he found a loaf of bread rising in the kitchen. There was flour spilled on the floor, and there was a fresh pizza with one piece missing. Her car was there in the driveway. The house was locked, and nothing was missing except her coat and her purse. And she has never been seen or heard from again. So just with that little bit of information, I would say that, she's probably making bread. Maybe she needed something and was just going to run out for a quick errand, or at least that's what, if somebody else wasn't involved in the house, wanted to make it look like, because if the only thing that's missing was her coat and purse, if I just need to run to town to grab something real quick, I'm just going to take not even my whole purse, just my wallet with my money and my ID and driver's license and that. And so I would just assume that she was just going to go out to run a quick errand, and then the door was also locked. I was just going to go out and run a quick errand and then come right back. But unfortunately, she never made it back. So later in 1974, her credit cards were found in a women's bathroom at the Canadian National Railway in Dauphin, Manitoba, Canada, which is nearly 10 hours north of Sioux Falls. But authorities could find no sign that Ella Beth had ever been there, so they probably think that was just somebody attempting to throw them off track. Because in 1992, which is 18 years after Ella Beth's disappearance, her purse, her wallet, and her checkbook, so basically everything but her credit cards, were found on the banks of the Big Sioux River near Highway 42 and South Riverview Avenue, which is east of Sioux Falls. And a search of the river turned up no sign of her or her body, just the purse with the wallet and checkbook inside. So, see, I almost did it. Ella Beth's family had never approved of Gene. They described him as controlling and abusive. Once again, unfortunately, we have that situation in this case. He would even disable her car occasionally to stop her from going to her college classes. In 1973, Ella Beth had filed for divorce and said under oath that it was a DV situation. He denied it, of course. So after they separated, it says that she met and began seeing another man. Her boyfriend immediately returned to Sioux Falls when he realized that she was missing. He went to the police. He took a polygraph exam. He passed it, so he was cleared. He was cleared in the case of suspicion, they say. Gene, her estranged husband, who was the last person to see her, is considered a person of interest. Ella Beth disappeared, not coincidentally, I don't think. Ella Beth disappeared 3 weeks before the divorce case was to go to trial. In February of 1978, which was nearly 4 years after she disappeared, Gene, now this reminds me of a case. Oh God, is it the you guys will know because I think Miss Lisa Joe was in. Oh, what case was it? Pamela Otto. Reminds me when I read this part, it reminds me of that case. So Gene had ran in trouble with law numerous times after his wife went missing. Sorry, I lost my place. The most serious conviction was in 1989. Once again, I don't know if that's correct year, when he was sentenced to 45 years in prison for grand theft. So he was also accused of putting a pipe bomb in a police officer's car in 1977. He was also accused of trying to take out 2 Sioux Falls police officers. So he put out a hit on them, basically, or tried to take them out. But none of those charges ever made it to court. So I think in the Pamela Otto case, because I know Dave has talked about that on his channel, and Dago the other day. Yes, thank you, Miss Lisa Joe. Yes, the other day, was it yesterday, the day before? Dago was covering it on the what they call it, cold case, or a coffee in a cold case, and that's what. Yes, that's what that reminded me of. Welcome, South Dakota missing persons. Good to have you here. That's a new name to me, anyway. Thank you for being here. But yeah, that reminded me so much of Patty's case. Yes, thank you. Miss Lisa Joe said it was yesterday. Yep. Yep. Oh, is somebody leaving? I'm sorry if I missed. Oh, wait, I missed a lot of comment. Oh, hold on. Oh, I was at the end. Okay, I'll go back up. But yeah, that reminded me of the Patty Otto case. Okay, so getting back to this case. In 2002, after serving 13 years of his sentence, Gene was paroled. He passed away of natural causes in 2013 at the age of 66 without ever having remarried. Unfortunately, Ella Beth's parents are also deceased. Her sister passed away in 2016, but her brother and her former boyfriend, the one that was out of town that came back when she went missing, are both still alive. It says that Ella Beth was born in Billings, Montana, and later her family moved to Aberdeen, South Dakota. She attended Northern State University in Aberdeen before transferring to, I'm going to try not to butcher this, Augustana College in Rock Island, Illinois. She graduated from Augustana in 1972 with a bachelor's degree in social work, and she did work as a social worker afterwards. It says during her marriage, she and her husband had traveled throughout the Midwest, including all over South Dakota, into northwest Iowa and southwest Minnesota. So her case remains unsolved. Obviously, foul play is suspected. So if you have any information in Elabeth's case, you can call the Sioux Falls Police Department at 605-367-7234. Okay, I'm sorry if my voice is kind of scratchy or rough, but it's darn sinuses. And I think it's the weather, because just like everywhere, the weather has been schizophrenic here in Arkansas. It'll sometimes, I think tomorrow or the next day, it's supposed to get up into the high, almost 60 degrees. But then at night, it falls down to like 20 or 30 degrees, and that just wreaks havoc on the sinuses. So I think that has a lot to do with this, why I can't get rid of this head cold. Anyway, okay, so, all right, let me find her other information. See if it's going to come up, because I did find an article. Oh, it came up. Okay. So this is from the argusleader.com. It is from December of 2018, so a few years ago. It says, titled Into Thin Air, What Happened to Elabeth Laudermeyer. So on March 6, 1974, Sioux Falls police arrived at 305 North Indiana Avenue to find a puzzling scene. Like I said earlier, on the kitchen floor lay a pizza with one slice missing, along with a spattering of spilled flour, and a loaf of bread was rising on the counter. The house was locked, and a car was in the driveway. The woman who lived there was Elabeth Laudermeyer, a 25-year-old Aberdeen native and Augustana College grad who had recently ended a relationship that friends and family described as abusive. She did not show up to work that day or any day afterward. And at the time, a coworker did offer a $1,200 reward for information about her whereabouts, but unfortunately, no one came forward with any information. 7 months later, a possible breakthrough emerged when 3 of Elabeth's credit cards, once again, they showed up in Canada, but nothing came of that lead. And then 18 years after that is when her purse and pocketbook and checkbook were found in the Big Sioux River, but no arrests were made, nobody discovered, adding to the frustration of friends and family. Her niece, Elabeth's niece, Elizabeth Crow, says it's disappointing. Somebody has to know something, I feel, but it's just getting them to come forward and say something. Yes. We always say here, if you see something, say something. If you know something, say something. It goes on to say the mystery is equally unsettling to Jerry Thomas, who met Elabeth the night she filed for divorce and grew close enough that they planned a future together. It has been nearly 45 years since her disappearance, with many twists and turns in the investigation. But until more answers come forth or her body is found, those who knew her will be haunted by the most maddening question of all: where is Elabeth Laudermeyer? That is the question. To those who knew Elabeth May Keller in Aberdeen, where she grew up, it was not surprising that she ended up helping others for a living. She was the youngest of 4 children, born to Leslie and Mildred Keller. They say Elabeth was a patient person whose empathy stood out to those around her. Chris Jacobson, who is one of Elabeth's nieces, says, I knew Ellie, as always, just caring for other people, and she helped Mom out with us kids. After graduating from high school, Elabeth first attended Northern State University in her hometown before transferring to Augustana, where she graduated in 1972 with a bachelor's degree in social work. At the time of her disappearance, she worked at the Community Services Office in Sioux Falls as a social worker, which is a job that Jerry Thomas, I believe was the boyfriend at the time, says fit her well. Thomas says that she had a personality like you can't believe. She was easy to talk to. I can see where she would have been great at her job. It was in Aberdeen that Ella Beth met her future husband, Gene Lodermeyer. He was a Washington High School grad who was attending Northern State at the time. Their relationship evolved quickly and led to a wedding in January of 1970. Just kind of skim through here. A newspaper wedding announcement portrayed a smiling Ella Beth wearing a pearl trim crown and veil. She carried 2 long stem red roses, one a white rose. But the happy scene depicted in the newspaper did not tell the whole story. Ella Beth's family did not approve of Gene, despite his involvement in church and Boy Scouts. Ella Beth, described by a relative as a fun, carefree person, was not as relaxed when Gene was around. A friend or somebody that knew her says she seemed not herself. When he was there, she was just a different person. Oh, that's the Chris Jacobson, Elizabeth's niece, said that. She says he was a master manipulator. She always thought maybe she could change him. And see, that's the sad part also in these DV situations is, you know, they think that they can change a person, and unfortunately 9 times out of 10 you can't. So her niece, Elizabeth's niece, recalled going to the beach and the movies with Gene and Elizabeth, including one outing when Gene's anger flashed on the way home. Chris says he was very upset about a particular person. He was screaming and hollering and banging on the steering wheel. So yeah, that's never good. By 1973, Ella Beth had had enough. She filed for divorce. According to a deposition she gave in connection with the divorce proceedings, she said under oath that Gene abused her, a charge that he denied in court years later, of course. To this day, though, Jacobson said the signs were there. She remembers her mother, who was Ella Beth's sister, Sandra, telling her that Gene was sometimes disable. We talked about this earlier. Disable Ella Beth's car to prevent her from going to school. Her niece says he was a master manipulator. It was unfortunate that Ellie, being a kind soul, got sucked into that. She always thought maybe she could change him. So 3 weeks before the divorce was set to go to trial, that is when Ella Beth vanished. Jerry Thomas met Ella Beth the day that she filed for divorce, while both were meeting friends at the Pomp Room, which says Say is an iconic downtown Sioux Falls bar. Thomas found Ella Beth easy to talk to, as well as kind and beautiful. They agreed to meet up a few days later. Jerry says we hit it off. We flat hit it off. We liked each other immediately. Originally from Redfield, Jerry was working in Sioux Falls when he met Ella Beth. And over the next year, as the two became more serious, he moved to Sioux Falls full time. He says they planned a future together. The night that Ella Beth vanished, once again, he tried to call her 3 times, couldn't get her to answer. The next morning, one of Ella Beth's friends called Jerry to let him know that she was missing, and his first reaction was fear. He says, I got in the car and headed straight for Sioux Falls. To me, it was obvious that she did not leave. There's no way it would not happen. I agree, in my opinion. And when Jerry arrived in Sioux Falls, he headed to the police department, where he was given a polygraph and cleared almost immediately. Jerry said, when I walked out of the polygraph test, the guy that administered it said this guy didn't have a damn thing to do with this. From the beginning, the case seemed suspicious. 8 days after Ella Beth's disappearance, the Argus Leader ran a story in which police asked citizens to check abandoned farm buildings and other areas that might conceal a body. Henry Lupke was one of the police officers assigned to investigate. He had moved to the Detective Bureau from the Patrol Division in 1969, which is about 5 years before Ella Beth went missing. Lupke said it appeared that she didn't disappear of her own volition. He interviewed family, friends, co-workers, ex-boyfriends, but nothing came of it. Search warrants were issued for areas in Sioux Falls and other parts of South Dakota. Lepke said it was a big blank. No useful information came up. So once again, they're talking about when they found the credit cards in Canada and then found the purse 18 years later, or 18 years after she disappeared. Been through all that. So it says, despite the lack of evidence suggesting Elizabeth was deceased, her family was certain something terrible had happened. Her niece said, I think everybody from the beginning assumed Jean did something to her. I don't recall anybody thinking that she just picked up and left on her own. Mertes confirms that Jean was a person of interest in the case, adding that his death in 2013 prevented any further inquiry into his involvement. They say he was never able to be 100% cleared. When Elizabeth's family suspected Jean and he was interviewed by police, he was never charged. Like I said earlier, he was never charged with homicide. But the unsolved disappearance of his wife would cast a long shadow over the rest of his numerous brushes with the law. That's what I talked about earlier. He, for grand theft. So in February of 1978 is when Jean filed the lawsuit against the city of Sioux Falls, saying that he had been harassed and followed by police officers during their investigation of Elizabeth's disappearance. Isn't that what the husband or ex-husband, no, his husband in Patty's case said, that he was being harassed by the police? Well, there's probably a good reason. So in his complaint, he said they, quote, falsely and maliciously stated directly and by innuendo that Laudermeyer, that he had taken the life of his wife, although he was never charged. Laudermeyer said that in March of 1974, he was questioned by police for 21 hours without being allowed to eat, sleep, or use a phone. He said he was then held in the Minnehaha County Jail for 9 days. More than 2 years later, 6 Sioux Falls police officers, including Lepke, testified that they had only been doing their job while investigating the case. Lepke testified that he spoke with Laudermeyer daily in the early weeks of the investigation. He says we had many different leads that we were checking out. When Laudermeyer's lawyer asked if the police had a plan to follow Laudermeyer, Lepke said absolutely not. Laudermeyer testified that Officer Dan Skasden told him, Jean, we can't let a homicide die. This will haunt you until it is solved. So in the end, the officers were found not guilty of the harassment. Jean will go on to be convicted of both misdemeanor and felony crimes, several of them involving retaliation for other matters. So apparently in 1975, he was convicted of shoplifting. A year later, he went on a window breaking rampage at the local chain store's location. The police officer who caught Laudermeyer breaking the windows, hold on. I'm trying to figure. It says the police officer who caught Laudermeyer breaking the windows, Al Fields. So apparently, I don't know if it was Laudermeyer, but somebody apparently had a homemade pipe bomb inside the car. That part is unclear. The way I hate articles that are not written well. So I guess they are talking about Laudermeyer. He says he was never charged in the pipe bomb explosion. He was 1989. He was given a 3-year. No, he was given 3 15-year penitentiary sentences for grand theft. Total of 45 years in prison. When he was arrested, he was held on a $1 million cash bond after Judge Robert Heeg deemed him a danger. Well, yeah, to 2 detectives who had investigated previous grand theft charges against Jean. Yeah, it sounds like this guy was just a ticking time bomb. Not to take the bomb thing lightly, but yeah, he was definitely had some anger issues. He was accused of talking about having 2 Sioux Falls police officers, a former employee, and a judge taken out, although those charges never made it to court. I'm assuming it's the prosecutor said at the trial or the sentencing, this defendant has no remorse. The only remorse he has is that he got caught again. I tend to agree with that. So they did file appeals. He was denied a new trial. He spent 13 years in prison before being paroled in 2002. And then he passed away at home of an aortic aneurysm in April of 2013. And once again, anything he may have known about Elabeth's disappearance went with him. All right, so it's been nearly 45 years since Elabeth. I'm sorry, guys, this article is longer than I thought it was. It has been nearly 45 years since Elabeth Lodermeyer was last seen, and authorities are no closer to discovering what happened to her. In 2016, Detective Mertes inherited the case. A press conference he gave to reignite interest in the unsolved mystery generated 17 new tips, but none of them gave police what they needed to find Elabeth. To this day, Mertes says police are not done investigating. He said there are still people we're trying to track down. As people get older, they may feel more comfortable saying something. Yeah, and that's the one thing that we can say, I guess, is kind of a good thing in these cold cases, is that the older they get, the people who may have been afraid to come forward when certain people were still around, if they pass away, or if somebody who has information maybe moves away to a different town or whatever, a state, they may feel more comfortable to give information that they know, not as fearful. So that is one good thing about them. If there is anything good about cold cases, I guess that would be one thing. The case still bothers Lepke, who is one of the original detectives. He wonders whether DNA evidence could have helped find an answer to the mystery had such technology been available at the time. Yes, so go back to the genetic genealogy that we, or at least me, that love so much. He says, if this happened today, would it have turned out differently? So it says, while samples were taken at Elabeth's home back in 1974, Mertes said they would not be able to point to a culprit. However, DNA could still play a part in her case. Absolutely. 1974, oh, if they even preserved it, I mean. So the National NamUs is a national clearinghouse for missing persons cases. Sioux Falls police did submit Elabeth's information, including DNA samples, to the database so that if remains were ever found, they could be matched to her. Thank God. Bless them for doing that. God bless them. At this point, Elabeth's loved ones are not looking for a conviction. They say that hope died with Jean Lodermeyer 5 years ago, but they are hopeful that they will one day find Elabeth. Elabeth's sister Sandra passed away in 2016. Like I said earlier, her parents have also passed away. Most of the original detectives who worked the case with Lubke have passed on as well, but the next generation has taken up the cause, if only to find closure for those who passed away before justice could be done. Elizabeth Crow says, she's a family member, says why we push it still is because of Mom. She was the only one who held on. She was the only one. Hold on. Sorry. She was the one who held on to all this. I know it's been a very long time, but it would be nice to just have closure. Absolutely. While he eventually went on to marry after Elabeth disappeared, Jerry Thomas has never gotten over the woman he first met at a Sioux Falls bar nearly half a century ago. He says her disappearance is something that I never forget. I think about it constantly. Jerry is hopeful that Elabeth can still come home. At the time this article was written, there's a $20,000 reward. I don't know if that's still available, but it was being offered to anyone who can provide verifiable proof of Elabeth's remains. Jerry's goal is to bury her near her parents in Aberdeen, where he visits each Memorial Day to say prayers and leave flowers. He says there's no place for Elabeth. It's like she didn't exist, but she did exist, and she was a beautiful person. If he is unable to find Elabeth's remains, Jerry plans to erect a stone for her with her name, her birth date, and her status as a missing person. He wants to make sure that long after he is gone, Elabeth won't be forgotten. He says someday one of those family members of Elabeth, they're going to go back and find Grandpa and Grandma's resting place. I want them to know there was an Elabeth. Oh God, I'm about to cry. Because I was just talking about that reward that was offered. And once again, it just gives the numbers that are up on the slide to call if anybody has any information in Elabeth's case. Oh, I'm sorry, that was a long article, but had lots of good. Like I said, when I do these cases, I always want to find articles, especially with family members, loved ones, detectives who worked on the case, which this article had all of that. Oh, it just makes me sad. Sad but hopeful at the same time, if that makes any sense. All right, let me see if I can get back to find where I was in comments. Oh, I think I found it. Sorry, I'm moving stuff around again, so I apologize if you hear some banging around. Okay, I'm just trying to get everything more comfortable here. All right, I found where I was at. Let me get caught up right quick, and I think we just got a couple more. That is true. I was talking about Charlie Project was a little sketchy sometimes with their information, but yeah, Arthur says sometimes Charlie Project is all that's out there. That is true. That is true. So that's why I rely on it so heavily, at least in the beginning. I said most of the time I'm lucky to find, articles with additional information or maybe some corrected information, but a lot of times you don't. Uh, Lisa Joseph. Oh, yeah, that's the one that runs Charlie Project. Says we just wish Megan was more apt to be willing to update the information that is incorrect. Yeah, like I said, I'm grateful for any information I can find. I mean, it's got to be at least close to correct. Oh, do they have Barb's information? Oh, come up. There it is. Incorrect. Mm. I think I've looked at Barb's case, but I've actually, when I did the video or the live stream, whatever I did for Barb, I think I got most of that information from the website. There's a website. I figured that would be the most accurate. Uh, Thank you very much. Absolutely. Find Barb Cotton. I got to put that hash. Oh, and I forgot to put my crawler up on the bottom. I have all the hashtags for everybody. I'm gonna have to add Find Barb Cotton in there. I don't think I've added that yet. Yeah, Dandy says, I don't know why it says misinformation is a case killer. You're correct. Oh no. Madison says she really hurt one of my cases with her incorrect info that she wouldn't correct. Oh my goodness. That is not good. Sorry, I'm just reading through the comments, trying to get everybody. And Madison says Charlie Project is not the Bible, and people need to stop using it as such. The amount of errors is astounding. Yeah. Yeah, Lisa Joe said, but yeah, sometimes it is the only thing that's out there, unfortunately. Yeah, and I don't take it as gospel. Yeah, at least Joe says, but I agree people need to consider that the information isn't gospel. Yeah, that's why I always try to go and find an article or some other source with information. But sometimes a lot of these cases I find they're not in NamUs, even these old ones, and especially some of the newer ones, not in NamUs, or if it's a child, on what am I trying to say? NCMEC. All right. Miss Madison says she just got her blood pressure down. Oh, thank you, Dandy. It's got Encyclopedia of True Crimes, a link in there. I think I'm subbed, but I'm not sure. I'll have to check. She's probably, I don't know how far I'm behind. Thank you for being here, Miss Madison. Good to have you stopping in. See how far am I behind? Oh boy, I'm a little bit behind. Always good to have Miss Madison here. I'm probably going to either do a separate video or a live stream about that case because that one is crazy. Miss Lisa Joe said, I wonder if we're going to discuss Sharon Bald Eagle. I almost included it, but I could do a whole live stream on just Sharon Bald Eagle's case. So definitely at some point, remind me. I think I've got it written down in my new handy dandy binder. I wrote that one down so I wouldn't forget it if I accidentally deleted it off my browser. But yeah, that one is definitely going to do that one at some point. Yeah, Miss Paula says stalker vibes. Yeah, and most of these cases we talked about so far, definitely stalker vibes. Yes. Miss Lisa said that's another royal. That's one. Once again, I went to Charlie Project to get the first, basic information and just cases to look at to research. Yes, Royal Russell Long. He is suspected in, I think, in Sharon's Charlie Project information. It named about 3 or 4 other women that he's suspected of. So yeah, we may just have to do a live stream about him and all the ladies that he's suspected of doing something to. That may be what if we do a True Crime After Dark Friday, that may be what we can talk about. And yeah, for our True Crime After Dark, so we usually do them on Friday or Saturday. I usually try to do them on Friday nights. If you guys ever have any specific case or a missing or a cold case, a homicide case, anything that to talk about, definitely if you're on Facebook, you can message me. I can't get to my email to put it up here on StreamYard, but it's southerngaltruecrime at hotmail.com. You can email them to me and we can definitely discuss them, or you can bring them up in the chat during the live stream. But yeah, we may have to talk about Mr. Long there pretty soon. Okay, I think I'm back down to where I was. Yep, South Dakota missing persons. Welcome once again. Yes, rest in peace, Pam Otto. Yeah, I want to know some more about that case. Like I said, I believe a couple, 2-3 months ago, Dave talked about the connection, possible connection, which I believe is in my opinion, definite connection between Pam Otto and the now I forgot the name, the Jane Doe. Miss Lisa Joe, you'll have to remind me. Sorry, I got so much stuff in my head. The something River Jane Doe that they think is probably Pam Otto. And I said yesterday, Dago was talking about it on his channel, going over it. And I'm sorry, you'll have to remind me again, Miss Lisa, of the lady, Mel, that was on there, that came on, that's done a lot of work on Pam's case. Very, very good information. I think I did share that live stream on my community tab, so I encourage anybody to go check it out if you want to learn more. Lots of good information. Welcome. I don't know if hopefully they're still here. Oh, there. My fingers are getting ahead of me. There we go. Welcome. Good to have you here. Awesome. South Dakota said, glad to be here. One of my followers posted this on my page. I'm so happy I caught it live. Thank you. We are glad to have you here. Absolutely. Yep, I try to I always share that when I do a live, especially the Missing Person Monday, I'll share it, make a community post about it, and then I will share it, go over to Facebook and share it on as many as let me share it in as many groups as it will let me. So now Facebook, you can only post, I think you can only post to 10 groups at a time within a given time period. So I'm limited on where I can share, how many I can share to at one time. So it kind of sucks, but hey, what are you going to do? I think we could all Artist said Mother Nature could definitely benefit from his gummies. Are you talking about when I called the weather schizophrenic? I'm telling you, this weather. That's why everybody stays sick. I like that. Dandy says, I don't believe in coincidence. You are meant to be here. Please like, share, and subscribe for future notifications. Thank you, ma'am. That is true. Arthur said, well, it's most likely Gene is responsible, but he seems to be like Teflon and nothing sticks. Yeah. Good old Gotti back in the day. Until finally it did stick the last time. I know. Oh, once again, nothing will come up. There it goes. Yep. That is true. Arctic says it's that natural beauty, not like today where everyone is pumped full of Botox and using 5 filters. True. Somebody had to remind me who this is. Miss Paula says Michael Proctor will be facing the state police trial board. Had to remind me who that is. Yes, South Dakota says, I hope Elizabeth haunted him until the day he passed. I agree. I agree. Oh, no, I don't want to delete comments. I just want to, there we go. Tomboy says, Barry Morphew. Yeah, that's another bad one. Oh, goodness. I'm assuming you meant dog, Dandy. Yes, he passed away, what did I say, 2013. From natural causes. I think they said he had a brain aneurysm or an aortic aneurysm, I believe. I think it was 2013. So, yes, he is not of this earth anymore. Thank you. Yep. South Dakota says, yes, he passed away in 2013. Yeah, he didn't. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to end up putting somebody in timeout accidentally. Yeah. Lisa Joe says, what a swell guy. Yeah, he definitely had some problems, some issues. Not a good guy, in my opinion. Yep, he did. I agree with that. Matahari says G needed a psych ward. Yes, to begin with, yeah. Just to, yeah. I thought that's what you meant, Dandy. Not a fog mauling. Yep. Lisa says the only sad part of that is that he didn't say where he put her. Yep. Just, you got, I mean, he got sentenced to prison. I mean, he was in prison, just, and then going back to the other case where, I forget which one it is now, where he was sentenced to life for kidnapping, but he wouldn't fess up, and I think he ended up passing away. Just, you're caught, you're in prison for life. It's once again, it goes back to that power and control and just being a scumbag, to put it bluntly, just being a scumbag. Yes. Genetic genealogy. I'm with you, Miss Lisa Joe. I hope I didn't miss anything. Arctic was thanking Miss Miranda. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, okay. Watch out! I'm punching buttons. Oh Lord, now I lost my place again. It's a good thing it's still up on screen. I can find it. Oh, there it is. Okay. No, I'm gonna be accidentally deleting people and banning people. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. South Dakota says, God bless Jerry and Elabeth's family. Yes. I know, reading the family, and then what Jerry, her boyfriend at the time, said he's never forgotten her, even though he understandably and obviously moved on and married and had a family. He said he still didn't forget about Elabeth. Yes, absolutely. Some of the times I get teared up reading these articles with this family. Yeah, Arctic says my heart goes out to all these families. These stories never get any easier. I know. Yes, Miss Paula says the Innocence Project is out there, and so is the ACLU. Yep. Yep, that's true. Dandy says, I'm sure, even these cold cases, Dandy says, I'm sure it's like yesterday for the families. Yeah. Yes, I believe that is where I got the information that I used when I did I think I did a video, right? I'll have to go look. I'll repost it, yeah, or share it on my can't talk, my community tab. Yeah, that's where I got the information that I used for Barb's video. I'll definitely be in touch. As Arctic said, or not who said, Dave says, have your people talk to my people. Lisa says, I can help you with the royal, that's hard to say, Royal Russell Long aspect. I'm telling you, I've been trying to get you to come up on panel with me to discuss some things, some cases. You got to do it one day, girlfriend. Not that I know of, Miss Paula. Unfortunately, they still haven't got as far as I know. Nothing's been released in the news, and down here and everywhere, but especially down here in Arkansas, if anything new comes up in the West Memphis 3, it's all over the local news channels. But as far as I know, they still have not tested the evidence. And that's about the only thing we got going in that case right now. Really? Miss Lisa says she has talked to Royal Russell. I probably got that backwards. Long's grandson. Wow. So did he have good or bad things to say, or anything to say? South Dakota says Matthew Marshall missing from Hot Springs, South Dakota. Let me write that down so I won't forget it in my little notebook, handy dandy notebook, and then I will transfer it to I'll research it and transfer it to my binder and get something done. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. I apologize. I'm trying to get to a page where if I don't have something already. Okay. Matthew Marshall. From Hot Springs. We have a Hot Springs, Arkansas. Hot Springs, South Dakota. I used to go to Hot Springs, Arkansas all the time, to the horse races, to Magic Springs, to concerts back in the day. I almost wrote down Hot Springs, Arkansas. It's just Hot Springs, South Dakota. Okay, I got it. I will definitely look into it. Thank you. Yeah, and anybody else, I encourage anybody else. That's a lot of reason too that I like to do these live streams and bring these cases for anybody. You don't have to be a detective or Lord knows I'm not a professional anything. I just whatever I can find on the Google machine and from other people who know about cases. I encourage anybody to you don't have to have a YouTube channel. Post on Facebook or just do research on any of these cases, any cases that you come across anywhere. Anything we can do to make ourselves educate ourselves about these cases and to post it on social media to bring more awareness to it. I encourage anybody can do that. If I can do it, you guys can do it. Trust me. Oh, so you've been researching that one for a couple of years. Excellent. Oh, okay. Let me get my notebook back out. Tomboy says homicide cold case, Clifford Wicker Jr. Oh, Miss Tandy's nephew. Oh my goodness. I will definitely, hold on, definitely be looking into that. I'm gonna try not to drop my phone and keep everything here so I can write. Clifford Wicker Jr. 1 second, guys. But I want to get them written down because sometimes if I watch or rewatch the live streams, it doesn't bring up the chat replay, so I lose all this. What state is that? Is it in Texas or somewhere else? Somewhere else? Okay, I'm gonna write Tandy's nephew. That way I'll know. Got it. I will definitely look at that. Oh, I didn't even bring it up. That's what I was talking about. Thank you, Tomboy. Oh, you talking about West Memphis 3? Dandy said, weren't they all cleared by DNA? Depends on who you talk to. Thank you, Miss Lisa Joe's got the Patty Auto Facebook page in there. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's another case, you guys, especially if you listen to the story Patty's daughter tells about seeing the sketch that was made as what was it, Finley Lake or Finley River, Finley Lake, Jane Doe. Thank you. Finley Creek is just right below. Finley Creek, Jane Doe. Yes, if you look at that sketch and look at a picture of Patty's daughter, oh my God, it's like they looked at a picture of her and drew that sketch. In my opinion, but yeah, that's just a crazy case. Thank you. Yes, Mel Jetterberg. Thank you. Yep. Finley. See, that's how behind I am in comments. Yes, Finley Creek. I can't talk. Finley Creek, Jane Doe. Thank you. There's the web or the Facebook page for Finley Creek, Jane Doe. Thank you, Arctic. I don't know. I almost put Arctic in timeout. I didn't mean to. Says I always share the live out. Thank you, sir. I know you do. A lot of yes, everybody does. Yeah, Dandy says something about being tagged as a doe and forgotten. Yeah, and that's basically what happens in a lot of these Jane Doe and John Doe cases, but most especially in seems you hear about more Jane Does, females than males. What? Okay, Dandy says we had a head and head case found last year about this time. Come to find out, oh my God, it was a 16-year-old girl, never reported missing. Okay, head and arms. Oh my goodness. 20 years ago, no arrest. Hey, Aquarian One, welcome. Good to have you here. Always good to have you here. I promise I'm gonna get back. I think we got a couple more cases. It's been 2.5 hours already. I just told you this is why it turns into 4-hour live streams. But I just want to get you guys input. Artie says, I just talked to Lisa Joe for my video on Barb. Lord, Lord, I don't want to feel that wrath if I got something wrong. I'm telling you, I wouldn't mess with Miss Lisa Joe. I wouldn't. Miss Lisa says she's going to, I love that movie, says she's going to sound so Fargo talking to you. Oh. Are you talking about Royal Russell Long? And Miss Lisa said he agrees that yes, that his grandfather is likely responsible for many more missing girls. Yep. Yeah, finally, because Matahari was talking about the West Memphis 3. Yeah, they did get the okay from the Arkansas Supreme Court to test the DNA evidence from the shoelaces, but the Crittenden, or I don't know if it was Crittenden County, because that's where it happened in. They're still fighting. The locals are still fighting to keep it from anything from being tested. But yeah, the Arkansas Supreme Court said yes, it can be tested, but So far, the locals are still fighting it. Okay. South Dakota says Matthew has been missing since July 24th, 2024. All right. I will. So that's not too long. I mean, it's, one day is too long, but I will try to get a video done and get it posted, and then I'll post community post and on Facebook. Absolutely. There is, oh my goodness, I almost put far in timeout, and oh my goodness. There we go. Far Q is here. She may be gone by now. I don't know how long I'm behind. 10:30. Oh, I'm not too far behind, about 5 minutes. Welcome, Far. Good to have you here, my dear, all the way from Australia. Always a pleasure to have Far here. So South Dakota is going to be keeping me busy. Tyler, I think I've heard of that. I mean, Tyler Weathersby, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, missing since September. I might have done something on him. I'll have to go back and check. If not, I'll do something. So there's a very crazy. That name is very familiar. I've at least looked into it if I haven't got a video done yet, because I know I've read that name somewhere. I think it is. Miss Lisa Joe says, asking Arctic, isn't Barb your longest non-live stream video to date? So Tomboy, okay, you're in Texas. That's what I thought. See, I got something right. Yay. I didn't lose that mental sticky note that I have all these mental sticky notes in my head. Oh, I get to bring out the cow again. Thank you, Miss Farr. Miss Farr gifted one a Southern Gal True Crime membership. Hold on. It takes me okay, it came right up. Sorry, I was getting a drink. Thank you so much, Miss Farr. You are awesome. You are awesome. Thank you so much. And I can't see it on the StreamYard side. You guys can see it on the YouTube side of who got the membership. Absolutely. Oh, goodness gracious. Congratulations to whoever got it. Did I miss something? Did Heather get it, or is Heather here? Miss Lisa Joe said, hi, Heather. Hopefully I didn't miss. Oh, wait a minute. Miss Farr gifted another, oh my goodness, True Crime, almost said True Crime Web membership. Those are good too. Southern Gal True Crime membership. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sincerely. Very much appreciated. And once again, congratulations to whoever got it. Did Matahari get it? Yay! I'm excited. Because Far said, welcome, Matahari. Thank you, thank you. Are you talking about Arctic? Lisa says he probably needs a timeout anyway. Yeah, I think, oh no. Yeah, but no, I accidentally almost put him in timeout. I'm trying to do this once again on my phone, and with my big fat fingers, things can go into a dumpster fire very quickly when I'm working on them off my phone. Tomboy says, was that the girl here in Texas that was found in a freezer? Oh, you're talking about the 16-year-old that I forgot who mentioned it earlier. I don't know. If so, that's horrible. Yes, I've got to get over there and check out Gabby. Is it Gabulosis? Is that the name of her channel? But there's the link. If you like cold cases, yes, we do. Check out our friend Gabby. Yes, Gabulosis. I don't know who. I almost put Dandy in timeout. I don't know who you're talking to, but I mean I know who Sunshine is, but Please attach a way to see. I don't know. Whoever you're talking to. Oh, that we can. I'm gonna have to do another. It's been a while since we did a West Memphis 3 live stream. Matahara says, "Why are the locals fighting it?" Because they know, in my opinion, and most people's opinion, that they screwed up from the get go. And they don't want their CYA is basically CYA. They're covering their arses. Malahari says, why are the locals fighting it? Why don't they send DNA tested to solve that case? That's always super sus to me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everything about that whole case and trial is lots of, in my opinion, lots of shady stuff going on with that. You know, and when I say that, that's not to say that I know they're either guilty or innocent, but regardless if it was Eccles, Baldwin, and Miss Kelly, or if it was somebody else, we'll probably never know the truth unless something is found on that DNA, because they effed up everything from the beginning. So if they do find anything, it'll probably get thrown out of court because they botched it from the beginning. But yeah, we're gonna have to do another West Memphis 3 live stream. Oh my goodness. Arctic, really? Arctic gifted 10 Southern Gal True Crime memberships. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Thank you so much, my friend. Y'all are blowing me away. Y'all gonna make me get teared up now. I'm not even reading any articles. Thank you so much, Arctic. I love you. You know I do. So congratulations to whoever got those 10. Like I said, I can't see it on the StreamYard. Yes, a round of applause for everybody. Yes, Nancy says Gabby is awesome. That's what I've heard. I think y'all were talking about it over on Dago's channel, maybe yesterday, or I've seen her mentioned more than once. Absolutely. Oh, I'll definitely have to check that out. Lisa says Gabby covered Finley Creek, Jane Doe, and Patty Otto. Excellent. Yes, welcome to all the new members. Yes, absolutely. Arctic is amazing. Yeah, and don't forget to go check out Arctic. Yeah, he is a rock star. Gabby also covered Barb, Judith Ann Brown, the Milbert twins, and so many others. I'm gonna definitely get over there. Oh, thank you, my friend. Thank you, thank you. Yep, all of us, and I don't like calling myself a creator. I just get on here and babble. But yes, we need all the good creators and the community. Yeah, for the right reasons. Absolutely. Oh, that Matahari, yeah. She says no one should get me started on LE cover-ups. I'm a dog with a bone. Oh, yes. We're definitely gonna have to do if you want to hear some West Memphis 3 stuff. You will have a whole skeleton by the time we get done. Oh, Lisa, don't be talking about spiders. I know you're talking to Far. Oh, and I saw something on the news. Apparently, Far, because she's from Australia, apparently they have discovered yet another evil, deadly new spider species or something in Australia. I don't do spiders. Welcome back, Terry Dean. It's been a while since I've seen you. Good to have you here. Thank you, Arctic, for letting them know. Says I've been listening while driving. Such a pleasant surprise. Thank you so much. Good to have you here. Yes, more. Oh, almost put Aquarian in timeout. Yes, more rounds of applause. Yes, Gabby is amazing. Yep, there. Thank you so much, Miss Lisa. There, please check out Arctic. Oh yeah, she does cold. Arctic says she does so well on the cold cases. Excellent. Definitely, we'll be checking her out. All right, guys, I'm almost caught up, and then we will get to our last couple. Thank you guys for sticking in here with me. I love you guys. Oh yeah, right. Arctic says he's a good boy. He would never ruffle Ellie's feathers. We know different, but that's okay. That's a good thing. Thank you for being here. I hope they're not already gone. Then maybe I don't know how far I'm behind. Thank you so much, South Dakota Missing Persons, for joining us. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, oh well, you're on YouTube, duh. We will definitely check you out. Absolutely. Okay, I think I'm caught up in comments. All right, so let me take that down so we can. Oh no, so we can see. Okay, so I'll mark right there. All right. Oh shoot, I got to get the camera. Put the phone down. Phone/camera. Once again, if you hear a loud crash, move on. There's nothing to see here. Okay. Oh, there we go. We made it. Okay. Oh shoot, we made it. Okay. So next we have. Don't forget to advance my slides. I think his last name is Rufkin. I can't. Once again, I can't see the writing on the slides. This should be Andrew John Lufkins. Sorry if you hear a scratching sound. My earpiece was caught on the. Okay, so Andrew John Lufkins went missing on April 7th, 2010 from Sisseton, South Dakota. He's a Native American male, 23 years old. I'm assuming that's how old. Well, I don't know. Once again, Charlie Project. It didn't say if that's the age he went missing or the age he would be now. I'm assuming. I'm not going to assume. I'll just leave it at that. When he went missing, he was 6'1", 160 pounds. He has black hair and brown eyes. He goes by his initials AJ. He has a tattoo of letters on the top of his wrist. He is a member of the Sisseton Wahpeton Oyate. I hope I pronounced all that right. Indian tribe. He was last seen wearing a dark blue or black hooded sweatshirt with a South Polo logo on the front, a dark colored jersey with light blue accents over the sweatshirt, a white t-shirt under the sweatshirt. Very detailed description of what he was wearing, but that's good. Tan pants or blue jeans, a blue bandana, and a blue and white K-Swiss sneakers. It says that he may have sustained serious injury. This one is so, I mean, they're all sad, but this one especially. It says he may have sustained serious injuries in a fight on the night of his disappearance. So very limited information, but as far as Charlie Project, but I did find an article, I believe. Andrew was last seen at the American Legion Bar in Sisseton, South Dakota. Excuse me, my voice. Hold on. Sorry about that. Okay, so he was last seen at the American Legion Bar in Sisseton, South Dakota between 9 p.m. and 12 a.m. on April 7th, 2010. Witnesses reported that he got into a fight there with as many as 3 other men. He was unconscious and appeared to be seriously injured when he was carried out of the bar. He disappeared afterwards. He has never been seen or heard from again. Foul play is suspected in his case. It does remain unsolved. And I think in the article I have, it said that supposedly whoever left with him was supposedly supposed to take him to the hospital. And apparently he didn't make it to the hospital. So, but if you have any information, you can call the DeSoto County Sheriff's Department at 662-429-1470. And hopefully his article will come up in a short amount of time. Oh, good, it did. Okay. Sorry, you got anybody who's been here for a while knows I get excited, overly excited when my articles actually load on my computer. All right, so This is from Kilo, and I hope it doesn't put me behind a paywall. This is from kiloland.com. It is from June of 2023. So just a little under a year. It says right now, the South Dakota Missing Persons Clearinghouse on the Attorney General's website lists 136 people as missing. 84 of them are Indigenous people. That's another thing with these Indigenous people, don't get a lot of coverage, unfortunately. It says some cases are recent, others go back years, but we don't always get to hear the stories behind the faces on the clearinghouse list. Sorry, got to swat some ads out of the way. The website says, as we continue our Kilo Land investigates into missing and murdered Indigenous persons, we look at the story of Andrew Lufkins, who has been on the clearinghouse list since 2010. Andrew John Lufkins, or AJ, went missing 13 years ago at the age of 23. So he was 23 when he went missing. He was last seen at the American Legion bar in Sisseton. His family says it was not common for AJ to leave them in the dark about where he was at. Sheila Lufkins, who is AJ's mom, says he always called me no matter what. 3-4 times a day. I don't care. He always called me. So I knew something was wrong when he didn't call. Ida, who is AJ's sister, says he told me what he was going to do. He said he was going to go play ball and go hang out with his friends. I said, you'll be back home. He said, yeah. And then he never came back home. He was getting his GED at the time. So that's another reason. She says that's another reason I know something was wrong, because we had class that next day. But since April 7th, 2010, AJ's family has been left in the dark. A hard reality for Carl Lufkins, who is AJ's grandpa. His grandpa says, I miss him. I still miss him. I loved him. He was one of my first grandkids. Many times I cried for him, but I prayed for him every day that someday they would find his remains or whatever before I would leave this world. Oh my God, I'm going to cry again. The family searched for AJ themselves, and while they say they had a lot of support, it wasn't coming from local authorities. Surprise, surprise. Carl Lufkin, his grandpa, says when we went out searching and stuff like that, our own tribal police, they would never help us. It was only one cop that helped us all the time. The case was turned over to the South Dakota Division of Criminal Investigations. But Sheila Lufkin says they only did one search in the time span of 10 years. One search in 10 years. And I don't know if it mentions it in this article, but I know one article I read on this case. Another problem with this case, which comes up a lot, unfortunately, in these Native American Indigenous person cases, is who has jurisdiction. Is it tribal police? Is it state police? Is it whatever? So they either fight over who gets jurisdiction, or they don't want the case. Unfortunately, most of the time they want to pass it on to somebody else because they don't want to deal with it. We see that a lot, unfortunately. So the South Dakota Division of Criminal Investigation only did one search in 10 years. As Sheila, AJ's mom, says, we went through DCI, and that's who contacted me last year. I thought they had a good spot to actually finally search, but like I say, they came up with nothing over here. So now, or as of the writing of this article, I think it was from a few months ago, now AJ's case is in the hands of the FBI. His mom says, we just don't know where to search. He did have a dream one year, and he came to his grandpa and told his grandpa, come get me, I'm in a sand pit. He woke up crying. He told me about it. So that's where I believe he is at, in a sand pit somewhere. AJ's family just wants answers. His mom says, we just want somebody to come out and say something. It's been 13 years, and I just want closure for my dad. Carl Lufkins, who's AJ's grandpa, says, I'm 83 years old, but I'm still hoping every day. I pray for him. But for now, all they are left with are the memories of AJ, who was always by his grandpa's side. He loved the Chicago Bulls and enjoyed helping with his nieces and nephews. Ida, his sister, says he just knew how to make everyone laugh, just lift up the room. It says we reached out to whoever wrote this article said we reached out to the FBI and were told AJ's case is an ongoing investigation. So no further details could be provided. Same old song and dance. The DCI is offering a $25,000 reward for information on the case. So that is what his family had to say. Oh, Lord, breaking my heart. All right, let me get back down to, oh, I forgot. No, I think I did, Mark. Get back down to where we were at. Goodness gracious, a lot of comments. There we go. Once again, I'm moving everything again. Okay. Oh Lord, what did Arctic do now? Matahari is telling him to watch out for the lightning strike. Oh goodness, we give Arctic a hard time. Thank you so much, Aquarian. Says thank you for all you do, Southern Gal. Thank you. No, thank you guys. Thank you all. Yeah, mods, friends of the channel, the community. You all are awesome. Absolutely. We have the best community. Our community, if that makes sense. Because I see people who show up in my live chats have showed up in other creators' chats, and then vice versa. People I've seen in other chats have started coming into my live streams. I love it. We all have to work together. It takes a village. South Dakota said they were staying for a few more minutes. I'm telling you, when especially they turn into marathons sometimes. That's all right. As long as we get the information out there. I've heard, I'm not on Tumblr, but I've heard of it. Miss Paula says, are any of you on Tumblr? There's a user that has a page dedicated to the West Memphis Three. Oh yeah, there is no shortage of West Memphis Three out there. Dandy, quit talking about spider. Y'all quit. Daddy says she's talking about tiny wolf spiders. No, She says, I think I hear, hold on, let me put it up there. I can't read tonight. My eyes are going. I had to change glasses again. Hold on. That's pretty bad when you have to have two pairs of glasses to read. Dandy says, I think I hear our tiny wolf spiders howl. Did see a spider from Australia. I'm terrified. Oh, yeah. I don't want to hear anything howling, especially a spider. No, we hear coyotes yell. I can't. My brain's going. Howl. I heard some coyotes yipping the other night out here. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, Corian says, I can barely keep up with YouTube and Facebook. That's the way I am. I don't even have, I don't have TikTok. I have Instagram, but I used it just for when I was doing my jewelry and selling it. I guess I could turn it, I don't know, I might can turn it into the Southern Gal True Crime now, since I don't use it for my jewelry. But yeah, I can barely keep up with Facebook and Discord. I can't keep up with my own Discord. That is a good question. Matahari says, talking about AJ, who carried him out of the bar. I'm gonna have to do some more research, but there's limited information once again with this one. Basically, all the articles I found had the same information. I was lucky to find this one from kiloland.com that had an interview with the family. I did not read if they know who took him out of the bar, but supposedly, I know I did read in one article or information that whoever took him from the bar supposedly was going to take him to the hospital to get treated after this fight with maybe 3 other men. But apparently he did not make it to the hospital because I think They said there was no record of him being admitted to the hospital or being seen in the emergency room or whatever. And after they left with him, supposedly going to the hospital, he was never seen again. But yeah, I would definitely, that would be, excuse me, top persons of interest suspects to be talking to. That is also, Miss Paula has a very good, she says, is it possible there was a round two, another fight after he left the bar? Entirely possible. Because once again, we don't know. Was it the men he was? I'm sure it probably wasn't the men he was fighting with that took him from the bar, but they could have followed and finish the job, so to speak. So that's a good point. I think somebody answered it. Nancy wanted to know what tribe. It was in the article or in the Charlie Project information. Somebody probably already answered you in chat before I could find. It was a long, I probably fumbled the pronunciation of it anyway. South Dakota says, I believe he's, I'm going to butcher this, Oglala Sioux tribe. What? No. Sorry, I'm laughing at Dan. Autocorrect got Dandy again. She's talking about rats or something. At least it's not spiders anymore. Oh, Nancy says, I have a serial offender from around there that had accomplices. He was Sioux tribe. They never charged his accomplices. If you want those names, I can search for them. Absolutely. Thank you. Their Arctic's got it. AJ was a member of the Sisseton. I'm a Wapaton. I hope I'm saying that right. Sisseton Wapaton tribe. Yes, that's what. Oh, hold on. One search from the South Dakota criminal investigation division, whoever it was handed off to. Yes, one search in 10 years from them. Ah, gotcha. Matahari says, I lived on Standing Rock Reservation, and you are so right. It's always a pissing contest for jurisdiction. That's what I thought. It's either they're fighting over who gets jurisdiction or they don't want it and try to pass it off to somebody else. At least in other cases that, I mean, that happens a lot. Arctic says the McGirt Supreme Court case did not help with that pissing contest either. Y'all throwing out names again. I'm gonna have to go through and write them down. Okay, so hold on. Lisa Joe says Peter Martin from Fond du Lac, Minnesota. You haven't covered him, have you? I don't know if you're talking to me or Arctic or who, but I don't think I have. But the name is familiar. I look at so many cases that pop up on Google and in my news feeds and stuff. I will definitely look at it. Yep, I remember that, Miss Paula, in the West Memphis 3. Yep, he did recant. South Dakota says Lisa Yellowbird Chase is absolutely amazing. Oh, that's the one that Miss Lisa Joe was talking about up in the comments. Yep. Dandy says crime is high against Native Americans and not reported. Yep. Yeah, because I think this, or in 2024, last year, I keep forgetting it's 2025 already, during MMIP Awareness Month or week or whatever it was, I think I did my Missing Person Monday live stream that it was all indigenous MMIP and MMIW. Yeah, especially against the women. It's just so heartbreaking. Yeah. Matahari says it's pretty widely accepted that, yeah, tribal police will have jurisdiction, but there's still always something. Yep. Yeah, he does. Aquarian says AJ looks like a good kid. Yep, absolutely. All right, let me get. I think I'm almost caught up. All right. All right, I'm caught up in comments. I'm gonna just try to just lay. I don't know if that'll work though. I'll just hold it. Okay, so next we have, this may be the last one. Let me find her information. Switch glasses again. Lord help me. Okay. This is Larissa Lonehill. I think that's the one that should be up there. So Larissa, let me get a drink right quick. Larissa went missing on October 3rd of 2016 from Rapid City, South Dakota. She is endangered missing. She is a Native American female, 21 years old. When she went missing, she was 5'3" to 5'4", 120 to 130 pounds. She has brown hair and brown eyes. She is a member of the Lakota Indian tribe. Her nickname is Rissa, and she may use the first name Lisa. She has tattoos. She has the name Luda, Luda, on her knuckles, a paw print on her hand, a bear claw with writing on her wrist, and the words Mom and Lisa, they said, just somewhere on her body. She does have scars on the left side of her face. So Larissa was last seen on October 3rd, 2016. She texted her cousin to say that she was going with two male friends to the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation. So they were going to go from the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation to Rapid City. One of the men reportedly dropped her off at a party, and after that, she has never been seen or heard from again. Prior to her disappearance, Larissa lived in Manderson on the Pine Ridge Reservation. It says she would occasionally stay with her sister Carol at her home in Rapid City, but they got into an argument, and Piper, her sister, asked her to leave the house. Piper, her sister, stated that Larissa had been using substances, and she asked her to leave after one of their siblings told her that he had seen Larissa smoking something in the bathroom, and it wasn't the Mary Jane. Their mother also believes that she was involved with legal substances. The last time that Piper spoke to Larissa, a few days after their argument, she advised her to get treatment. Larissa is the sixth of 8 children. She attended school on the reservation, but she did not graduate high school. She wasn't working because she had lost her ID card, and her family is not sure where she was getting money from. She had a 2-year-old daughter. Her 2-year-old daughter lived with her father's family, but Larissa's family described her, she was a devoted mother. She regularly visited her daughter, even if she had to hitchhike or walk to get there. So unfortunately, authorities do believe that Larissa is deceased and that her body was disposed of somewhere within a 100-mile radius of Rapid City. They have not identified any suspects or released much information about the case. And it says they haven't even stated that it's a homicide case, but I mean, and her disappearance remains unsolved. So if you have any information, you can contact the Rapid City Police Department at 605-394-4134, or the Oglala Sioux Tribal Police at 605-867-5111. And let me find I think I found a short article with just a few words from her mom. So hopefully that will, oh, maybe. It's trying. There it goes. Okay. So this is from kiloland.com once again. It's from August of 2022. Sorry, it keeps jumping on me. It says when young indigenous people go missing in South Dakota, their families often go years without ever having answers, leaving them to wonder if their young daughter or son is even alive anymore. In 2016, Larissa Lonehill from Manderson, South Dakota, went missing after being dropped off at a party in Rapid City. 6 years later, her family still does not have answers about what happened or where she is. Larissa's mother, Lisa, says she is so trusting. She just put her life in the wrong hands and something happened. I don't know if I'll ever know, if I'll ever find out, but I know somebody knows something out there and they are not saying anything. So Larissa was 20. It says here in this article, she was 21 when she was last seen. Sorry, ads keep popping up. She left behind, once again, a 2-year-old daughter who is now 8. Her mom says her world was her daughter. Lisa said Larissa was always cheerful. She loved country music. She said she was just happy and just liked to tease around. But Lisa no longer gets to see her daughter smile or hear her jokes. She says, I never wish this on anybody. I never knew it would happen to us. For 6 years, ads. For 6 years, Lisa has never given up hope that Larissa will be found. She says, whether she's alive or not, I don't know. I just want to find out. She just wants closure. Absolutely. She says, and I don't know how much longer I can hang on or hold it, but my grandkids keep me pretty strong. The Rapid City Police Department is offering a $5,000 reward for anyone with information on where Larissa is located. So I said that was just a short article with her mom. Heartbreaking as usual. All right. Get back down to where I was. There we go. Yes, Arctic says these indigenous cases always get to me due to the lack of coverage. I know, me too. Absolutely. Yeah. Arctic says the government doesn't even intervene with the deaths they have jurisdiction on half the time. That is true. Oh, South Dakota missing persons is still here. Thank you. Yes. I'm assuming you're familiar with this case. Yep. Beautiful Larissa. Yes, she's beautiful. And I wish you guys, I'm going to go back and put the, probably tomorrow sometime, put the links in to these articles. But in this article, it has pictures of Larissa. It's got a picture of Larissa and her daughter. Oh my gosh, her daughter is so, oh my goodness, gorgeous, cute little baby, lots of hair, so cute. Yeah. Yeah, but like I said, I usually include the links, and like I said, I will put the links in for this one. So you guys can, know where I get my information from, because I always like to include sources, and read these articles, see these pictures. They just break your heart. All right. Dandy says the oil field pipelines, temporary campers are connected to a bunch of these, in my opinion. That's yeah. Yeah, Lisa Joe said man camps. Yep. I feel you. I feel you, Nancy. Yeah, Lisa says during oil booms, absolutely. Yes, South Dakota says silence is betrayal. Yes, God, please give someone the courage to speak up. Absolutely. Absolutely. That deserves a round of applause. Oh, I know. I can't. Dandy says the cases involving children are sad. My heart breaks for the babies. I know. I'm with you, girl. I'm with you, girlfriend. Sorry if you hear me sucking on my vape. Um, okay, there's a Miss Lisa. I put in another. I don't know which one, what it's for a group. Thank you, thank you. Oh, okay. I told you guys my mind is shut down. I kept seeing Miss Lisa Joe put SDMP, and I was trying to figure out what SDMP stood for, but South Dakota Missing Persons. I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm blaming it once again on the cold medicine. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, yes. So that was the link that Miss Lisa Joe put in was for the South Dakota Missing Persons Facebook group. I will definitely find it and join it. Yes, Miss Lisa Joe says she joined. Yes, I was planning on doing a video or something about Arctic said the case of Jermaine Charlo out of Minnesota pisses him off. Her family has been fighting for years for justice, and it's obvious her baby daddy is responsible, but he's living his best life with custody. Yes, once again, oh God, probably 2 or 3 months ago, Dave Al on the Prowl was he was talking about in his live stream. He was talking about that case, and I have an article or some information about it saved in my browser. I was thinking about doing a video or a live stream. Yep, definitely one that will get your attention. Excellent. You're very welcome. South Dakota says I just posted a new interview or news interview I did that just aired today. Excellent. We'll be checking it out. Yes, absolutely. Yes, anybody, South Dakota missing persons, anybody can feel free to send any of us cases that you feel need more attention. We're here to, are happy to help. Absolutely. Dandy's got another link in there. Thank you guys so much for all you who throw in links for me. Why you say you're lazy, Lisa? You are not lazy. Uh-oh, watch out, Dandy. The autocorrect got South Dakota too. That's all right. It happens to all of us. Okay, I'm caught up. I think we have one more. I think. Let me see. Oh, hold on. Let me take that so I can read what I'm doing here. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think this is the last one. Ooh. Okay. Let me find it. Should be Beverly Ann Ozuna Ulrich. It should be the one that's up. Oh, what? No, I got the right glasses on. Okay. Good Lord. Can't keep up with which glasses I'm supposed to be wearing. So this is Beverly Ann Ozuna Ulrich. She was last seen on October 17th of 2003 in Belle Fourche, South Dakota. She's a Native American female. She was 42 years old at the time she went missing. She'll be 73 years old today, or as of 2000. I keep saying 2024, 2025. She has graying brown or black hair and brown eyes. She is of Lakota Indian descent. She has a tattoo of the name Stephen on her upper arm. Her right eyebrow is pierced. It says she may use the last name Ulrich, and some agencies refer to her as Beverly Ulrich, or they do not hyphenate her last names. So Beverly was last seen at her home in Belle Fourche, South Dakota on October 17th, 2003. Once again, we have an estranged husband. Her estranged husband said that she drove away from home with someone else that evening. She has never been seen or heard from again. And her family reported her missing 10 days later. It says that she did have a habit of taking unscheduled trips, but she would always let people know where she was. She had been separated from her husband for 12 to 18 months. Excuse me, but their parting was amicable, and she regularly went to his house to clean, cook meals, and spend time with their children. A body found in February of 2004 along Interstate 90 in South Dakota was originally thought to be Beverly's, but it turned out to be another woman. It says there is one person of interest in her disappearance, who is a man who lives a transient lifestyle. He has not been publicly identified. Beverly has 16 older siblings, 3 of whom passed away prior to her disappearance. Her brother and one of her children passed away in 2012. Past that, there are a few details available in her case, but investigators do believe that she is deceased, unfortunately. So if you have any information on Beverly's case, you can contact the South Dakota, once again, South Dakota Division of Criminal Investigation at 605-642-6390. And I think I did have an article for her. Oh, once again, if it'll come up, I think, oh, it did. Okay, this is from Yahoo News, and it is from May of 2022. Oh shoot, it didn't come up. Man, I was having trouble with this one yesterday because it was with a interview with her family, some of her family members. I'll give it a second and check comments and see if it'll come up, but I don't think it's going to. Oh, hold on. Oh yeah, Lisa Joe says she didn't notice the autocorrect. Yeah. Thank you so much, South Dakota Missing Persons. We will definitely be checking you out on Facebook and on YouTube if you have a channel. Absolutely. Says I better head to bed. Morning is coming quickly. Yeah. Well, it's 11:30 here in Central Time. Thank you so much for being here. So very much appreciated. Absolutely. Hope you all have a blessed evening. You as well. I will be back. Thank you so much. Thank you all for speaking their names, listening to their stories, and being their voice. Absolutely. That is why we are here. Yeah, see that I guess that's just I don't know because yeah, it did say that even though her and her husband had been separated for what a year and a half, she still went over there and cooked and cleaned. Now, see, I would, and I'm assuming that because she said that, or that the article or the information said that she would go over there to cook, clean, and to visit their children. So I'm gonna assume that that meant he had custody of the children. I mean, I would go visit my kids, but I wouldn't be doing no damn cooking and cleaning for him. Yeah. Uh, Big family. But on my dad's side, we had he had see there was eight of them all together. He had 7 brothers and sisters. He had 4 brothers and 2 sisters, and then my dad. Yeah, 16. That's a big family. Big family. Yeah, that's true. Arctic's parents definitely didn't have cable. Oh, all right. The article's not going to come up. Man, makes me mad. And that's the only one I could find that had any additional information or wasn't behind a paywall. I usually don't have trouble with yahoo.com coming up, but for whatever reason, it won't come up. So I guess that, I'm going to make sure that's the last one. Yep, that was the last one I had. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for everybody. Let me go back. Once again, thank you to Not a Drama Nana became a new member. Far gifted 2 memberships. Arctic gifted 10 memberships. Thank you so much. Thanks to everybody who hung with me. Thanks to everybody who was here in chat. I can't go back through all the comments, but thank you to everybody who was here. Thank you most definitely to Replay Crew. We love Replay. Yeah, easy for me to say. Replay Crew. We love our lurkers. Thank you everybody who was here lurking. We love you guys too. Thank you so much. Miss Lisa Joe says she sent me an invite to the South Dakota Missing Persons Facebook group. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, Miss Matahari. Appreciate you being here. Thank you, Miss Farr. Absolutely appreciate it. Thank you, as always. Always loving having Miss Paula here. Thank you to everybody, Arctic, Dandy, Miss Lisa Joe, everybody who was throwing links in and doing everything. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I always forget to thank you guys. Thank you, Arctic. Love you, my friend. Thank you, sir. I do my best. You know, I get up here and babble and hope that it doesn't turn into a complete dumpster fire. Thank you once again, Far. So, okay, before we get off here, I should be able to do a missing person, or not, what am I trying to say? I should be able to do a True Crime After Dark on Friday night. So we might have to dive into this. If me and Lisa Joe can get together, might have to dive into this Royal Russell Long thing. I'll see what I can get together. If not, we'll just talk about whatever true crime, whatever you guys want to talk about. And it'll be about 8:15, 8:30 normal time, and we'll go till whenever. So be on the lookout for that. I should have, I think, a video to upload for you guys tomorrow. I gotta see. I've got some videos. I've got to make sure they're all edited and finished. So yeah, I definitely have one for tomorrow. I might have one for to upload sometime later in the week. Thank you, Miss Matahari. Thank you, Patriotism. I can't talk. I'm sorry. Patriotism. Yeah, he does not sound like a good fella. Royal Russell Long. I'm definitely going to dive into that. I'll be getting with you, Miss Lisa Joe. I'll message you. All right, guys. Once again, thank you to everybody who was here. Let me find what I'm looking for here. I don't know if it's the right one, but I'm going to go with it. I love you guys. Until Friday, everybody be safe, stay warm, be careful out there. Always be aware of your surroundings. We don't have to be paranoid. We're just aware, alert. Take care of each other. It's all we got is each other. And I will see you guys hopefully Friday. Love you guys. Bye.